rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me. Cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, got some egos to the face. Baby, I don't need no space, coming closer for a taste. And I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on a tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine. Got a fine little body and her mind's kinda naughty. They say that once you taste it, you cannot replace it. She could get you high, all the dopamine inside triggers fast once she's naked. Her body's a creation. They say the devil made her for his entertainment, but even he couldn't learn how to contain it. Her high heels make a damn good statement. There is no replacement, a body by Satan. She got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, got some egos to the face. Baby, I don't need no space, coming closer for a taste. And I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on a tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.
That's wound up in there. Woo, those are hot. Oh, they blink. You can switch to blinking and shit. All right, now we know that. Next stream. Fucker's hot though. Turn that down a little bit. Yeah, she got the spirit box. Show spirit box.
I'm gonna need help with this. Which one is it? Please.
All right, you're unmuted.
There is Harry Potter masters out there. Please help me. It was the Snidget.
The golden Snidget.
Correct. The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 12 by a wizard named Barbarous Brown.
You're unmuted.
Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid magic?
Okay, so which one? Okay, wait a minute.
Can't see.
I think the Felix, if I recall from the movie, The Liquid Luck is the Felix one. Okay, the question is, Liquid Luck.
Yeah, we hooked it up.
Felix, Alati Drought, Pepper Up Potion. I think it's the Felix
Yeah.
one.
It's like a little transistor radio, basically. We'll see.
Felix Felicis.
Since it makes the drinker temporarily sick, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
I think it's the Deathly Hollows.
Yeah, it had good
I know
reviews.
that from the movie as well.
It had good reviews.
The tale of the three brothers, magical artifact.
All
I
right.
believe it's the Deathly Hollows.
Who's playing?
It's
Who's
the,
online now?
It's the
I don't
triangle
even know.
thing with the circle and the wand through it. I believe it's. I believe that's the.
Welcome, Manny.
The Deathly
You
Hollows.
you down for some poker tonight? Let's see. Try. I just was in obviously his chat. Let me see if anyone's still there.
The tale of three brothers involves which magical artifact? I don't. It's either. I doubt it's Founder's Relic.
Be right back.
Doesn't sound like anything. Maybe Horcruxes or the Deathly Hollows. Okay, Hollows. Okay.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Oof. Okay. The snitch is really tiny, so I know that's out. Okay. So is it the bludger or the quaffle? That's the largest ball in Quidditch. I know the snitch is like stupid tiny in comparison. So it's either the bludger or the quaffle.
All right, cool. So now you just have to join the club, then, right? Yeah. Open the app.
I have to Google this. let me pull up Google for this one.
Welcome. No, it's Badger 420 is the password. Here, I'll show you once it opens. Oh, the password every time. Why even have a remember me on this computer box? Never gonna remember. Free chips. Home games. If I see friendly. Club manage. Copy invites.
Harry Potter universe, quaffle is a large red leather ball used in the. Okay, so the quaffle was used.
That's for Quidditch.
In like earlier versions of the game.
No, it was one of the things. That's the quaffle is what you. It's not the snitch, but there's a quaffle is the main ball that you're playing with.
The quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of three hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points.
It's the ball.
True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
I want to say true because the name Polly. Because like Polly, I'm thinking allow you to change from one thing to another. Oh, okay, so that's false. Okay, so true or false? Polyjuice allows a drinker to change species. You're saying that's false.
I would say that's false.
Only to another person. Hermione had. Oh, thank you, Pete. Thank you.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough.
It's NCAP playing that new Harry Potter game until we find some content.
I have
or play some poker.
Any more easy questions either. The next one's more difficult.
Not.
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind.
Just give me the book, lady.
I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
No thanks, Ginger. Yeah, no, I'm a ginger. I got freckles, red hair. I'm a ginger.
You got no hair. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And I have most of the answers. Hey, Crazy P, I highly appreciate you. Truly, I truly do appreciate you. I mean, a few of these I kind of knew because the movies, but a couple
How come they don't have Seymour Hersh on? How come they don't have me on
for sure.
Today's Show? I used to be on Good Morning America. I used to be on CBS. I used to be on Fox loads of times. They don't have me on anymore because I won't swallow the crap that these gutless little boys and girls do. Look who owns the media. 5 companies control what? Over 90% of it? Look at the ads they run. Take this drug, take that drug, take this drug. Oh, and then they have the kids on a ferry having a good time. Oh, and by the way, the side effects of this drug, it'll kill you in about 15 different ways, but have a good time. That's the media. It sells fear and hysteria. The more fear and hysteria they sell, the more viewers. And if you don't believe me, how about that little arrogant guy that used to be ahead of the Cartoon News Network? Jeff Zucker. Yeah. Put a F in
All right,
there.
I'm going to be right back. I'm going to grab
That
another
dude
beer.
wrote
Let's
about it
spark
in
up
the
this
Treasure
doobie, and
Journal
we're going to roll
in
tonight.
February of 2020.
So that link isn't
They
going to get
ran
you in.
this
That's
up.
the
They
club
told the
number,
war,
the
he tells his
486-8901.
staff to stay on this. The audience numbers are going up.
8901
Put it in the Wall Street Journal.
and Badger 420 is the password. Let me know when you.
Hey, remember the New York Times selling that Saddam Hussein had to bringing in those aluminum tubes from Niger? Proof. One after another. You look at fair and accuracy reporting. The numbers are there of how many people were on that were opposed to the war during the Iraq War. Hardly anybody.
Yeah. Just going back to that with Zucker from CNN, Project Veritas did one of their undercover bus stories that got very little attention, but they had a high up at CNN, and he said on this recorded video, he said, we were pumping this COVID stuff 24 hours a day. We had the death clock going. We had the case number going. We were shaming people like crazy. And all of it was because it got views. It got views and it made Trump look bad. And so we ran that 24 hours a day, pumping the fear because CNN was going through the roof. And now people's eyes are open and boom, they're losing 90% of their viewers.
Yeah. So you asked me, they're going to keep selling the hatred of war. They're prostitutes.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to some other prostitutes here. The Federal Reserve, central banks around the world. There's a lot of talk about later this year implementing a central, a digital bank currency similar to like a Bitcoin or an Ethereum that's controlled by the Federal Reserve, which has caused most of the world's financial problems over the decades. Is this real? Is this something that people should be afraid of?
Absolutely.
Some other prostitutes.
Journal magazine going back to, I think it was March of 2020. From dirty cash to digital trash. course they're going to do it. What's the United States? Over almost $32 trillion in debt. It's going to go up another like 19 trillion in the next, number of years coming by. I think the next 10 years. Oh, and interest rates are going up.
My fellow Americans,
go ahead and drink the water out there wherever you are around the world. I'm Clayton Morris.
I'm Natalie Morris.
So glad to have you here on this Friday, this special edition. We decided to do a Friday show because we're going to be off the beginning of next week, and we thought, well, what the hell? We're here on Friday night. Let's see who wants to watch and do a whole show. And boy, holy smokes, there's a ton of news for us to cover on a Friday night.
Actually, oftentimes we take off Fridays normally, and then we just sit, and we watch all these stories breaks, and we're like, we got to get at that. So we're here. We're going to give it a shot this Friday. Thanks for coming.
So we're going to bring you the very latest on the disaster in Ohio. People now saying that this could be the worst ecological disaster in American history. So we're going to dive into what the federal response is. There's
None.
a whole bag of mixed messages. Plus, we're going to be live there on the ground with eyewitnesses who are seeing all sorts of chemicals in the water. People saying they're not returning to their homes. Federal officials saying, yeah, sure, it's fine. Go ahead and drink the water. But then when they're offered to drink water, they're like, no, I don't want to touch your water. So, like, what kind of mixed messages can you possibly have? It's really, really awful, but we're going to bring you the latest on that.
Plus, timely announcement from NATO that they're going to develop a space force. So, NATO is an acronym for North American Treaty. So I guess
no, it's not. It's North Atlantic.
Into space,
onto the moon because of all these UFOs. So this is
North Atlantic.
We'll break that down for you. Yeah.
Yes.
It's North Atlantic. It's not North American.
We're also going to talk about trans rights activists hating on the New York Times. That new battle heating up. J.K. Rowling smack dab in the center.
Hey, the CEO of YouTube is resigning on the very same day. A bunch of subpoenas from Congress on censorship. Could they be related? We'll look at all of that and more as Redacted starts right now this Friday.
Nice graphics and all Redacted, but come on. One of your anchors is calling NATO North American Treaty. Ugh. How are you supposed to be taken seriously? I mean, I know CNN has flubs like that all the time and whatnot, but that's a big deal.
All right, I got my acronyms wrong. NATO is North Atlantic.
Oh,
sorry, I misspoke there. But we're going to see if it could be like Northern Global.
Yeah, because if you think about if it's North American, boy, they're outside of their purview at this point.
They've gone a little too far.
They're way off. They're way off. Oh boy. Welcome in on this Friday. Hope everyone's doing good. Chester Wolf the Griffin, thank you for your kind super chat on this Friday. He says $5 super chat. He says YouTube is suppressing the live stream. It's not showing up anywhere on my feed. I just happen to come across it. That's proof you are over the target. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing with YouTube, right? And the suppression. That's why we stream both on Rumble simultaneously as YouTube. And frankly, we use YouTube to push, awareness because we want to leave YouTube eventually, unless they can clean up their act.
Yeah, we're going to talk about later in the show whether or not the new person who is in charge at YouTube is better or worse than it has been, because we are going to remind you of the rules that we have to abide by in order to be on this platform. We also remind you that we are still on Rumble.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to comment on what you were just saying.
I'm watching them on Rumble.
Having a whole debate, our whole team back and forth on can we show this particular thing on YouTube? It was a graphic that we were going to show, and no, going through their terms of service, it specifically says if you show this thing, sorry, I guess we can't do that on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what you're not getting, but you're getting a lot more.
Yeah.
I would be really curious to know if the major CNN, MSNBC, when they show those things, if their channels are demonetized or if it's okay for them. I would really love to have a backdoor access to see if they still get those monetized.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some other tier, but we know that
he kind of looks like an old Chili De Castro with the glasses.
There's different tiers for mainstream media, like if you're Fox or CNN or whatever, they put you in this different bucket. So, and we know that's been confirmed from YouTube. Boy, I would love to sit down and have a conversation with these people and do an interview with them and really lay into them deeply.
What do you mean?
Lay it on thick.
Yeah, with the glasses.
Into them. You're not allowed to do that, honey. You're not laying on anybody. Okay.
I'm married. I forgot.
Let's lay into this
I thought
story.
lay into. I thought lay into was just a.
Okay, he gets bonus points for the I guess it's a Mandalorian mug, but Star Wars mug. I thought it was a Stormtrooper at first, but that's Mandalorian.
Euphemism for getting after somebody.
Yeah, I'm going to lay into that person. When I see that person, I'm going to lay.
Hey, I got lots of nerd cups. I just am kind of off Disney right now because of the last year and a half, 2 years, because of Gina Carano getting fired.
I'm going to give him piece of my mind. 2 cents. I'm going to give him 2 cents. I don't know. I all the idioms right.
All right.
Let's.
I'm going to do that person some interviewing.
I'm going to really nail that person. It's not working out.
I don't like how that sounds.
It's not working out the way I. No wonder we're being suppressed. Hey, we got a newsletter, but that's not being suppressed. Go to redacted.inc. It's totally free. I think we had another records given showing up in their
Yeah.
Gmail inbox. Google Gmail is flagging it as dangerous. I'm like, oh, the truth is now dangerous. Okay. Thank you, Google.
Dude, I love Gina.
Did you read the newsletter this morning that showed that we have competition now for married news presenters?
Oh.
Kelly Ripa now is going to get a new co-host. She's gone through many of them.
But she doesn't do the news, right? She just
they do
play
like
games, like spin the wheel.
It's news light. They will like kind of talk about the news topically a little bit, and then they go into I don't know.
I don't think
bobs.
that they're competition for the type of news that we cover here.
Not really, but wouldn't it be amazing if they started to? They'd be like, "How about that COVID vaccine? How about anti-war movements?" People would be like, "Wait a minute,
what just happened
what?
to Kelly?"
This is supposed to be full of niceties." But we'll see. If people like them better than us as a married couple.
I stopped watching them when Regis left. If Regis comes back, then I'll start watching them again.
I don't think that's going to happen. But that is your reminder that our love language sometimes comes across as grating to some. So, that's how it is.
Sometimes it comes in and out as a physical touch under the table,
That's right. Yeah. Or a kick.
Yeah.
A kick from someone.
You never know.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant by physical touch. I wasn't suggesting something else.
It's an invisible touch. Okay, let's get into the news, shall we? Let's start with the big story, which, of course, what happened in East Palestine, Ohio, being called the worst environmental disaster in American history. Those are the words coming from a number of scientists over the past 24 hours. The federal government, though, and the Biden administration largely ignoring this story.
Yes.
By the way, this is so J.D. Vance, of course, is the new senator from Ohio. Both senators are there, but the Biden administration is basically non-existent. A few EPA lackeys are there, but other than that, Biden's not there. Buttigieg is not there.
Norfolk Southern didn't show up to town meetings. They're just, releasing statements. They're only speaking through press releases and saying, well, we have another fund. We have another way for you to get in touch with us to get reimbursed for certain
Yeah, Roxanne was a killer.
things. We're really helping the victims, but not in person. Nobody is willing to actually go there.
So J.D. Vance is a senator. He's the new senator from Ohio, and he's there, and he's showing you what this water looks like. Should this water look like this? Watch.
This is crazy.
Hey guys, so I'm here at Leslie Run, and there's dead worms and dead fish all throughout this water. Something I just discovered is that if you scrape the creek bed, it's like chemical is coming out of the ground. Can you come here? And let me just show this to people. I don't know if you're going to see this on camera, but watch this. Just see that chemical pop out of the creek. This is disgusting. And the fact that we have not cleaned up the train crash, the fact that these chemicals are still seeping in the ground is an insult to the people who live in East Palestine. Do not forget these people. We've got to keep applying pressure. That's how we're going to.
Yeah, Lake Erie back in the day was bad. I mean, back when the Raisin River and the Cuyahoga River both caught on fire. Remember that?
Fix this problem. Thank you.
So the New York Times published a piece today basically saying, hey, there are over 1,000 derailments a year. Like, we should
so much petroleum on the surface of the waterways that they caught on fire.
Come on, let's just put this in perspective. Okay. Go ahead, David.
Well, I was just going to say, it shocks me that they're still walking around that area with no mask. Like, they have no idea what the long-term effects of the gases that could still be in the air could be, and they're just walking around there without masks. I don't think masks would help in that situation, but that kind of concerns me that they just seem to not care that the air could
David
still
wants
be
masks
bad.
now.
Yeah, no, David suddenly pro-mask.
I think the word you're looking for is respirator.
Respirator,
yeah. Yes, respirator.
Yeah, we've talked to some doctors who've said I wouldn't be in that area without a military grade respirator mask in that situation. You just simply don't know. And we're going to speak to Nick Sorter, who's there in East Palestine, and there's no kids around. Like, the kids are gone, thankfully, and people have left and don't think that they're ever going to come back.
Yeah, I mean, you worry about taking showers from, any kind of public utility water, especially because your skin is the largest organ in your body. What is it going to absorb into your system? Not just what you drink or what you breathe, but what gets in contact with you. We spoke last week about how many government failures are all sort of rolled into this one major disaster, but I thought we'd recap. First of all, just a reminder that the Biden administration passed legislation in December to not allow rail workers to strike. Remember this? Here's the tweet from President Biden saying, I'm calling on Congress to pass legislation immediately to adopt this tentative agreement, because a rail shutdown would devastate our economy. Without freight rail, many U.S. industries would shut down. He says, I'm a pro-labor president. I'm reluctant to override the ratification procedures and views of those who voted against the agreement. But in this case, the economic impact of a shutdown would hurt millions. I believe Congress must use its powers to adopt this deal. So this is what he was saying, is that I believe in strikes. He voted against it when he was a senator, but he passed legislation to take this out of their hands. We can't blame Biden for this entirely. This was happening 30 years ago under President Bush in 1991. Congress passed a late night bill. Remember, this is from the New York Times when they had to wake up President Bush at 1 a.m. Here's the article from April of 1991, where Mr. Bush had to be awakened in the residential headquarters of the White House in order to sign a bill to prevent union workers from striking. The union workers said they wanted to strike because of pay and working conditions, but they also wanted to protest something called precision scheduled railroading.
Radio News.
That has been a technique.
You down for some poker tonight? We're trying to get Manny in there still, but I don't know where everybody's at. Nobody else is really streaming, so I can't gather the crew. Maybe I should just set up a room and see how many people pop in here. What do you think?
That companies use to focus on longer and heavier trains, which would lead to bigger disasters when they happen. So this is a big question. It's a lingering question. If rail workers had been able to protest this, would this have been so bad? Would this have stopped?
Well, there's a lot of safety questions, right? Because by cutting those hours, you're also reducing the amount of time that you're checking the tracks to see if there are any aberrations or problems
Yes.
on the tracks. That time is now reduced.
Ventura
Or almost
Man.
eliminated.
Yes.
So, and that we've heard right from the mouth of railway workers on that specific point.
Yes. Another government failure here is that the rail company responsible for this, Norfolk Southern, was obviously not in cahoots with
You
the
haven't said it-
Environmental Protection Agency like they
You haven't sent a request to the club, though. I don't have you in the club.
claim to be. There was no consensus or full disclosure to residents when they were told that it was safe to go back. I refer you to Tuesday's show for that discussion so we don't repeat ourselves. And the fact that lobbyists removed legislation that would have kept toxic chemicals from going through heavily populated civilian areas before that actually was a rule. Lobbyists they worked hard to pressure many presidencies. They've been at work for many presidencies for the profit, in the pursuit of profit. Actually, lobbyists were able to pressure both the Trump and Obama administrations to repeal safety measures. Here's a good summary, I thought, today. The Obama administration in 2014 proposed improving safety regulations for trains carrying petroleum and other hazardous materials. However,
No. What do you mean you can see it all? It says I'm a member. You're a member of what? Let me see if you're a member of BOWS. Probably went to BOWS. No, you're not. No, neither. Nope.
after industry pressure, the final measure ended up narrowly focused on the transport of crude oil and exempting trains carrying other combustible materials, including the chemicals involved in this weekend's disaster. Then in 2017, after rail donors delivered more than $6 million to GOP candidates.
Member of what? Keith also signed up today. I got Keith Anderson. He was in there. No? You guys are in the game, but you're not in the club. You got to go to home, search clubs, use that number, this number here, and then it'll ask you for a password. You're not in the club, dude. There, let me show you. Let me show you the club. This is the club. FIC Friendly is the name of the club. Club manager, Friends and Code. Established January 2023. 15 members. And those members include 357, 4 Piggies, Anna Banana, Boss of the Hug, Bud Steele, who is Aaron Queen, The News, Fossifix, who is LVA, I think maybe. Friends in Code, me, Joe Miller, Keith Anderson is there. Matt Stoffel and Tumadre. That's the LVA. This is Jesse Jackson. Fawcett FX is Jesse Jackson. So new. You're not in the club. Oh, no worries, man. I don't see you there though. I mean, that's what I have on my screen pulled up. I just don't see your name there. I'm the one that accepts them. I mean, you don't just get in. I mean, either I accepted it or. Oh, there you are. My bad. You're right. I wasn't refreshed. Sorry, buddy. I'll be all right, man. You're in. I must have accepted it last night. Who accepted it? Friends in Code must have accepted it. All right, I see you. Sorry, brother. I'll be all right. I only had 2 beers tonight.
The Trump administration, backed by rail lobbyists and Senate Republicans, rescinded part of that rule, aimed at making better braking systems widespread on the nation's rails. Specifically, regulators killed provisions requiring rail cars carrying hazardous flammable material to be equipped with electronic braking systems to stop trains more quickly than.
Who do you think? I should set up like a game for like 10 o'clock Eastern time, the 0 hour, I guess, for everybody. Oh, there's Jesse. And let's see how many people that'll bring in. And I'll even drop the link to my stream or you know what? I'll drop a link to the StreamYard in the invite for the game. We'll see what that does. Let's do that.
Conventional air brakes. In fact, Norfolk Southern had previously touted this technology for its potential to reduce train stopping distances by as much as 60% over conventional brake systems. But the lobby company nevertheless pressed for the rule's repeal, telling regulators that it would impose tremendous costs without providing offsetting safety benefits. And this argument won out with Trump officials, and the Biden administration has not moved to reinstate the brake rule or expand the kinds of trains subjected to tougher safety regulations. So you can see now, I've gone back 5 presidents. I've gone Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden, right? They are all, none of them blameless. No party, no president.
No, they're all bought off by these guys. I mean, that's the bottom line, right? So they're all bought off by these guys. And we had a chance to speak with Nick Sordor, who is a video journalist. He's been in East Palestine now for a number of days. He was literally, I think, the first video journalist on the field there, and unbelievable sights and sounds that he saw there, choking, not being able to breathe properly, and just talking to local residents. So we caught up with him today as it started to snow in that area. And by the way, what's in that snow? Can you
Friends in Code.
Precipitation in that area, for crying out loud. So we had a chance to speak with Nick Sordor just a short time ago, and here's what he had to say. Watch.
I just see Friends in Code had a fucking tournament going. I didn't know that. Sorry. Let's do that then. Fuck. It's in an hour though. Mine's in a half hour. Where's Friends in Code at? We need to talk to him. I'll cancel mine if I need to.
Well, we want to go down to Nick Sordor, who's been in East Palestine, Ohio for a number of days now, one of the first video journalists there on the scene when the major media outlets won't even cover the story. And now it seems like social media is maybe moving the needle in the right direction for people to get.
Friends in Code streaming.
Nick has been there for a few days, and he joined us a few days ago. Nick, what has changed in the few days since you've been there talking to the people and seeing maybe the federal response or lack thereof? What have you seen?
So the pressure campaign that we started mounting once I got here on Tuesday has really boosted the hopes and morale of a lot of the residents here. At the time when I had gotten here, no cameras, no media, nothing. There's nobody here. The only journalist here walking around talking to people at the time. And then I started getting a lot of engagement on social media, trying to tell people what was going on the ground, and they got concerned because what I had seen before this through the media, and kudos to you, you were the first person to pick up on me while I was here. And once I had gotten here, I didn't know what to expect because the media hadn't been covering it for the 11 days before. They were worried about the balloons or whatever. I got here, and as soon as I got here, I could tell that it was much worse than anything that I had heard. The air quality was terrible. I was choking, my eye watering. And a lot of people here were experiencing the same things, and they were having issues with Some of them with their lungs. People that have lung problems were having a really
All right,
hard
I'm
time.
chatting with. He's in
Simply
NCAP's
trust that
chat.
anything the
Yeah,
government
let's
had
just
told
go to
them
that
until that
for
point.
now. This is. I just asked him if he wanted to wait that long before playing.
Let's go fly a kite up to the highest height.
Hey, effing. Want to play some poker? Fallon, you want to play some poker? Yes, see, sorcery.
This must
Yeah.
be Oranshire. I'd best keep an eye out for spiders.
Oh, you butthead. There we go.
It's like gray screen. That's weird.
That's pretty.
How about green?
Whoa!
Watch this.
Fuck out of here!
Expelliarmus! Bombarda!
It's getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it.
No, I don't code.
Okay, that was a horrible idea. Well, I'm gonna change up my spells because that's
No
not
code.
useful here.
And it's getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the Catacomb.
Hot.
Bombarda!
Whoa!
Crucifix! Bombarda!
Yeah, you know what? That's not really working. So, try this.
Repender!
I got them for almost nothing because I'm a sponsor. Click on the link in the description. Get your discount with my code. Give me a few bucks in my pocket. I think they're going for like $10 now. I got them for $1. But...
Damn, stupid aggressive spiders. Jesus.
Expelliarmus! Bombarda!
Ooh, he jumped him from behind. I love watching. I love watching lobster claws get pissed off.
Come in, welcome. Nice. And how you doing, Mr. Mouse? Welcome in. Great to see you.
Yeah.
Now I'm fighting a village of spiders.
Mick from Slipknot. Yeah.
Literally.
And it's getting worse.
Me and my my half sister, stepsister, adopted sister. We've gone to some Corey Adams shows though. Hell of a musician.
Expelliarmus. Bombard. Confringo.
Corey Taylor. Yeah, I'm sorry. I said Corey Adams, didn't I? Sorry.
What the hell?
Oh, Lobster Claus is dead
It's like
again.
radio background, but when I watch a stream or YouTube, and that's it. Okay, so basically,
The federal government was like nowhere to be found. But after this pressure campaign, they actually started sending people out here just to, the Biden administration sent out the EPA administrator, and both U.S. senators came yesterday. Why the EPA administrator didn't bother coming out to the worst environmental disaster in recent American history until Twitter blew up and independent journalists started really pushing it is beyond me, and that should tell you a lot about what the people here are feeling.
What are the people telling you now?
We saw him in Ypsilanti, Michigan, at the Convocation Center where they play basketball. It's actually a pretty decent arena.
We know there was a town hall last night. Are they frustrated? It sounds like multiple stories, both from the Pete Buttigieg side, from the EPA, from the NTSB, from Norfolk Southern. It seems like they can't get straight answers from anybody.
Right, you're absolutely right. Mike, in particular, his story changes every day, seemingly. The other day, or last week, especially when he had declared that it was safe to come back in to the area here. That's exactly what he told me.
All right.
So people came in, they came back in.
All right, Friends in Code is live now. Let's go jump to him. Oh yeah, for sure. Tell him I sent you over there, please. All right, I'm gonna switch back to my show.
Elements.
A lot of them didn't want to, they were forced to anyway. And then he comes out, I believe 2 days ago, and says that, oh, well, maybe you should be drinking bottled water, which is totally contradictory from going last week and saying that everything was perfectly safe. Then you come out today, and he says, oh, well, everything is perfectly fine. Tests indicate that there's nothing in the water at all. Okay, you got to make up your mind. What are you going off of? How do you keep going?
Hey, Olivier, play some poker. Friends set up a tournament, so looks like it's not starting until 11:30. Happy Fuck the Cops Day to you too.
going back and forth on that. That is what makes people not trust the government here. And that's why they're scared. There are people here that are taking showers with
Indoctrination. Same at SMBTWRLM.
Oh, you name it all fancy. I like yours, man. You had a good time and everything, so. How did you call yours?
Indoctrination. LVA is gonna play too. SMBTWRLM. At indoctrination thumbs up sign. Indoctrination.
Hey, what are you setting
I cancelled it.
the speed at? I like your naming anyway. Go 11:10 just to make sure everybody's got fucking time. They know 11 o'clock.
Indoctrination. Normal.
Normal? Alright, 11:05 it is. We'll set the table up for 9 if everybody comes in. Great. No rebuys, re-entry,
Indoctrination.
2 levels, 20 minutes.
No late
breaks.
entries.
No late entries? You don't let anybody late entry on you? Bastard. No limit, hold them. What other options we got? Let's fucking stud. Horse. Ah, that's funny. 5-card draw. Sweet.
The news.
New one's built.
Do I get my chips back, Doc, if you cancel?
Yeah.
Indoctrination. I pay 20%.
No worries. The new table will be up in a second. I'm gonna show you guys.
Yes, at the news.
It's not the window I want.
You got to cancel your other one.
Indoctrination. You have to cancel the other one.
I did. Don't yell at me. Don't yell
Also,
at
the
me.
watchdog. Hand pink waving.
All right, new table.
Indoctrination. Just updated. It's slow.
Don't yell at me. Let's see here.
All right, room set up. Hodge twins sometimes are hard to take.
Yeah, that's why he did it. I don't think it's right. I mean, everybody knows you got a cock. You know?
Yeah, you got 2 kids.
Yeah. Somebody's busting something.
They could be funny though.
Man, it's a crazy world we live in, man. It's like you got a priest back out. A gay priest. You know, that's like
Maybe
being,
it's not.
that's like being a black Nazi. You know that, right? Those a gay priest.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like a
Then you
black
just come
Nazi.
in.
They don't exist.
Some things don't go
Be
together.
right back.
You know, like a damn KKK wizard, black man.
Yeah.
You know, that shit don't go together. Black white supremacist. You got a gay priest? I mean, have you read the Bible? Oh man.
I mean, why is it so offensive?
Ask you if you got. Well, he should. You know, that was. You know, they're having a hard time. You know, dealing with their. You know, who's down there. They don't like it. So that was just a painful reminder. She's got a choke between her legs. You know.
Well, she probably like it somewhat. She got 2 kids.
I know, man.
She's busting some nuts.
You know what I noticed about transgender couples? The guy wants to live his life as a woman. They are marrying a woman who wants to be a dude.
Yeah, but it's still straight sex. It's just kinky as hell.
Yeah.
I noticed that a lot about trans.
Yeah, did y'all know that? If you don't, I
A
didn't
lot
know
of
either.
transgenders are not even gay.
That's what makes it so more apprehensible.
Apprehensible.
Yeah, apprehensible. If you're not gay, why are you going in the opposite sex restroom? Because you're living your life as the opposite sex. That's because you're still attracted to the opposite sex.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I say it's apprehensible.
Apprehensible. What the hell that mean?
What do it mean?
I'll look it up later.
Means terrible.
Apprehensible.
Yeah. Like a black Nazi. Just think apprehensible. Picture. Pop-up picture. Black Nazi. Apprehensible.
Yeah, I want to say this. I mean, okay, she says
Come here.
she
Come
gives
here.
anecdotal evidence.
Well, he's giving anecdotal evidence too, to be fair.
Who?
The homophobic councilman.
Little boy.
He said, "Oh, the people I know,
Well,
they
it's
have
not-
interest. It's
no, no,
anecdotal.
No,
It's anecdotal on both sides.
See, her evidence is anecdotal because
Yeah.
it's not. It's coming from a biased place.
Yeah, she's
Because
biased teaching a
she's-
set of beliefs.
She's biased, but there's
Yeah.
quite a bit of evidence from actual trans people who've made that transition and said they regret doing this. And it
But
has nothing to do with if they had support from family members or not.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
And these people are regretting they
Yeah.
made that choice
Yeah.
because they wish they had that mushroom tip back, or they having all these side effects from all these drugs and the actual surgeries.
There's a lot of misconceptions that LGBTQ community is spreading too. That they perpetrating that gender affirming surgery saves lives.
Yeah, there's
There's
no-
no shut up, let me finish.
They're
There's no
fucking.
statistical evidence, no empirical research
Yeah.
that backs that. It's just a bunch of regurgitated gay
Anecdotes.
talking points.
Anecdotes.
Yeah.
There's no, I mean, if there's a study that shows that,
Yeah.
because even if you get affirming surgery, let me just steal whatever you was before the affirming
Yeah,
surgery.
you can't change your DNA. You can't change your
you-
bone structure.
I don't care if you,
You
chop
can't
it off.
you can't change those hips.
Can you imagine chopping
You
it
can
off?
you can cut them titties off, but you can't cut down them hips. The way you walk, you can't cut down. I can see that's what gives it away, you know, your bone structure, man.
Yeah, wide ass hips and these narrow ass shoulders.
Yeah, unless you're looking at Stephen Crowder, he's got a nice ass. You know? You can't tell with him. He's got like one of the nicest asses I've ever seen. I know his wife is proud.
She's like, oh, Stephen, yeah. Oh.
I mean, man, he does, don't it?
Hey, Kim, we ain't talking about that.
I'm just saying. I'm just.
All right, so
What are you trying to say?
I
I'm
mean-
homosexual or something?
So when the guy brings up that question and
Yeah.
everybody's like so grossed out. I mean,
Well,
if
they're
you're-
grossed out over their bodies. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
Yeah.
so grossed out, don't you think the people on the right and these we're grossed out?
Just imagine how the homophobics feel. The homophobic people
I mean,
are homophobic.
y'all initiated all of this stuff.
Well, you know,
That question's not.
I
even
think
being
you're being
asked.
a little harsh,
No.
Keith.
This question's not even being asked if y'all just.
You're being a little too hard on the transgender.
It takes about a week for me to get paid on any orders. It'll tell me an email if I got an order through my codes.
Now they can't help it. They was born in the wrong body. Show them some respect now.
How the hell you born in the wrong body?
And that bitch is that dude's wearing a dress, makeup. He's born in the wrong body. I truly believe that.
That's impossible.
Yeah, it is.
You cannot be born in the wrong body.
I'm born in the wrong body. I should have been a white man. Why? Because you Republican? No, I like country music. I like trucks. I like
I like drugs. I like white women.
You crazy man. You like all women. Y'all like all women. You even say you like that damn white transgender right there. Hey, I don't discriminate. Hey, but let's get back on point here. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Now what? That lady, that transgender lady. Now, you avoiding the question and just, I mean, you're not being totally honest. There's a lot of people that's
You're not
suffering.
being sincere.
Will you shut the You're not being sincere. I mean, if you want people to take you seriously, you gotta accept the good and the bad.
You got to be objective.
Hey, you bought all that for you.
You got to be objective because being objective, if you're actually experiencing this euphoria, I mean not euphoria, this dysphoria, transgenderism, then you could prevent somebody from ruining their life. You know,
if you're being objective
and you're all kinds of evidence when it comes to this. I'm talking. Oh, don't matter, man. Don't matter. Google gonna cover all this shit. No, it's gonna be all Google is gonna cover all this up. FBI.
We got 5 players now.
They ain't gonna let this come out. No, it's already building up.
5 players in the game so far. I don't see you, Manny. Manny, get in the game. We got Tumare, which is LVA, me, Friends in Code, Pacifics, who's Jesse Jackson, and D News. Oh, that's right. You did give me the ugly sweater that I get to wear next year. Thank you. I forgot. Thank you so much. It is pretty cool, though. I like it. You guys will like it when you get to see it. I can unmute you. You want to talk? No, she types. I'm going to turn this back up.
YouTube channel. Like, comment, spread it, share it, friends and transgenders and everybody you like.
Pass to the church.
Make sure you fuck. You ain't gonna share it anyway, you lazy.
Elon Musk had a message for the world.
I actually like this guy from The Blaze.
And he was talking about one world government. Check this out.
One thing I should say, and I know this is called the World Government Summit, but I think we should be maybe a little bit concerned about actually becoming too much of a single world government. If I may say, that we want to avoid creating a civilizational risk by having, frankly, this may sound a little odd, too much cooperation between governments. If you look at, say, at history and the rise and fall of civilizations, that really all throughout history, civilizations have risen and fallen, but it hasn't meant the doom of humanity as a whole, because there've been all these separate civilizations that were separated by great distances. And so, say like while Rome was falling, Islam was rising, and so you had like the sort of caliphate doing incredibly well, while Rome was doing terribly.
Hey, is anybody going to going to get in the game? Is Manny still here? What happened to Manny? What do you say? Fallen, effing. We have Jesse Jackson. Manny, what happened? Needs more. And then gone. Like 9:35. All right. Play with what we got.
I'm obviously not suggesting war or anything like that, but I think we want to be a little bit wary of.
We already have more players in the first game from last night, so.
But we want to have some amount of civilizational diversity, such that if something does go wrong with some part of civilization, that the whole thing doesn't collapse, and humanity keeps moving forward.
Okay, I like that. I appreciate the fact that he's speaking out against one world government. In addition to the preservation of knowledge, there's some other considerations about one world government that maybe people should be aware of, like the inherent evil of one world government, mark of the beast kind of one world government. And if you don't want to go there, how about smaller government, not one map? Can you imagine? As big as our government is, try to deal with a government that is so big that it is the ruling force for the entire planet? No, thank you.
I mean, our
No,
own
thank you.
federal government is too big.
Oh,
it is so big and
1 hour away.
wasteful and incompetent. We don't need to get. He's making the case for federalism right there. He's effectively. He's just saying how
he is.
Look, we don't need this one concentrated center of power, because if the whole thing goes kaput, that's probably.
You have one concentrated center of power. What do you think is going to happen? We're going to lose our freedom. That's what's going to happen. That's why it's evil. I mean, it will just take away the rights of mankind that we have been given by God. Wow.
But replace, in his analogy there, different civilizations with different states, right? Hey, look, if California sucks, at least you still have Florida. You know, I mean, that's effective. That's what I hear in that. And
it's true too. It's true. I mean, it's interesting that he sort of, I think, is couching things a little bit by throwing out the caliphate.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good run there for the world, huh?
Yeah, that was a good run.
Yeah, I mean, I realized who your audience was. I love how the cameraman, I love the director cuts to all the people wearing the Arab stuff when he says that. But the further away you get, and this is the problem with DC, and now if you do a one world government, it's even further away. You don't want to be separating the people any further from their representatives, from the government that makes the laws that govern them. That's the problem. We already have enough government. We're good.
Right.
We're all sewn up with that.
There's no way to take every culture, every people, every language and jam it in under one umbrella. Madness. And that's what they're trying to do with the UN. That's what they're doing with the EU. How well is that working out? Ask Britain about that. How well is that working out? The EU, you loving that? Oh, that's right. You got out of it. Interesting. Okay. A lot of people warned you about that in the beginning. Too bad you didn't listen then. You saved yourself a lot of trouble.
If you enjoyed this video, hit like and
Yeah, I guess it won't start for another hour, so everybody relax. And
of signaling YouTube that your voice and opinion.
I didn't realize he said it for when he said it. 23:05.
Content, check out one of the 2 videos suggested here.
Sorry, I was pushing it. I should get the wife in here too. She can play poker. I know she can. Hang on. I'll be back.
I'm Aaron Matte, sitting in for Jimmy Dore here with Americans comedian Kurt Metzger, and we're talking about the not so spy balloon that China supposedly sent to the U.S. There's a big freak out. Politicians on both sides calling this a spy balloon, demanding actions. Antony Blinken canceled his trip to China. There was a big crisis. It turned out, as we've just been covering, this was a weather balloon that was pushed into the U.S. accidentally by a weather system. But Republicans who pushed this idea that China was spying on the U.S. and stealing sensitive secrets are not giving up. So this is Senator Jim Risch, the ranking Republican on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee.
Did you get the information that you wanted, Senator? Are you more confused than you were going into the briefing today? What can you tell us?
Well, I don't think I'm more confused. I'm like everybody else up here. It's really important that the nation hear from the President of the United States on this. And just as importantly, the world should hear from the President on this. Criticism I would have is they've been slow to react on this from the beginning. Look, this was an invasion of the United States by a balloon that belonged to the Chinese government.
Wait, just can you go back? Is this
Yes, I
invasion of
can.
the United
Yes, I
States
can.
by a balloon?
Yes, I can.
Oh my God, we have to clip that.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get the information that you wanted, Senator? Are you more confused than you were going into the briefing today? What can you tell us?
Well, I don't think I'm more confused. I'm like everybody else up here. It's really important that the nation hear from the President of the United States on this. And just as importantly, the world should hear from the President on this. Criticism I would have is they've been slow to react on this from the beginning. Look, this was an invasion of the United States by a balloon that belonged.
When he said he wasn't confused, are you sure about that? Are you sure you're not confused?
I thought he'd be like, so yeah, I'm pretty fucking confused.
We got invaded
what
by a
the hell is
balloon.
going on? It's either a UFO or a balloon.
On to the Chinese government. It was sent in intentionally. It was spying intentionally. We know what it was doing. And
it was sent in intentionally by a cold weather system.
Look at Neil Cavuto. Like, yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. He lost weight, I think.
Obviously, that deserves the attention of the president in a very direct fashion. So given that, we all want to hear from the president.
Yeah, took up.
Balloons don't, you can't steer them. There was no steering on that thing.
It's a good question. Yeah, certainly once it didn't have the power to change course after it got pushed into the U.S. by that weather system. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is a balloon after all. We got invaded by something without a navigation system.
Isn't there like more, if you're going to get mad at China, like there's more things you could find than that? Like,
a balloon? Yeah, I think so.
Like some with microchips or like, remember them phones were all bugged? Like,
yeah, sure. And they have a massive surveillance apparatus. I mean, there's definitely a balloon. I agree is not at the top of the list, but it is at the top of the list for these Republican politicians. Here's Congressmember Mike Turner, the chair of the House Intelligence Committee. And he was asked about the Biden administration shooting down these new objects.
Are you glad that they shot down these two objects? Because obviously you and other Republicans were critical for that the Biden team took as long as they did to shoot down the object that was clearly a Chinese spy balloon.
Sure, as I was saying, I would prefer them to be trigger happy than to be permissive. But we're going to have to see whether.
Say hi to Bin Laden in hell, balloon.
Not this is just the administration trying to.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do it.
Which is probably more important to our policy discussion here, is that we really have to declare that we're going to defend our airspace, and then we need to invest. What's become clear in the public discussion is that we don't really have adequate radar systems. We certainly don't have an integrated missile defense system. We're going to have to begin to look at the United States airspace as one that we need to have appropriate sensitivity.
Okay, we're choked up.
We need to fill those as soon
Oof.
as because we certainly now ascertain there is.
Oh yeah, gotta fill the balloon gap.
There it is. Fill the balloon gap. So we need even more money for the military-industrial complex because of a weather balloon that happened to get to the U.S.
I mean,
by
is
a weather
Ukraine
system.
winding down for them, and they're like, "This is the new." Like the impression I always get is, at first I'm like, "Well, I guess Republicans they're like, we don't want this Ukraine, we want the war in China."
Yeah.
So it's like a competing war. But then isn't Mitch McConnell married to like the daughter of a influential Chinese shipping magnate or something?
Yeah. And Republicans want both. They want the war in Ukraine, although there's a faction of Republicans that don't, but also they want to confront China too. So this is great for them. And that's why they're even trying to seize a weather balloon as a reason to expand the military. So we need to get a new missile defense system in the U.S. to take on balloons. I guess that's the proposal here.
I say it takes a balloon to stop a balloon. You're going about this wrong.
Here is Mark Esper, who was the former defense secretary, speaking to CBS.
There was a tweet from Senator Dan Sullivan of Alaska, and he said we need to reestablish deterrence with regard to the Chinese President Xi Jinping and the Chinese Communist Party. Is the White House doing enough?
Well, I don't think they did enough.
On the front.
end. I mean, clearly they did the right thing by shooting it down eventually as it entered the Atlantic Ocean. But we should have shot this spy balloon down as soon as it entered United States airspace.
You called that one, Kurt. This was the point. We should have shot it down immediately, not waited.
What information did the balloon receive that we
Based in the Aleutians and certainly over Alaska? And I think that, said something to the Chinese about either our ability to technically detect the system or the political will we have to shoot it down. And I think that's what Congress needs to discover in the coming days as they hold here.
You think we won't shoot a balloon, China? You want to play chicken? You think I won't shoot a $500,000 missile at a balloon?
Find out, what did we know? When did we know it? What was recommended?
You don't think I don't already know that, babe? You don't think I already know that?
These are things that I'm sure the Chinese are asking as well.
I can't wait for the hearings.
We're just reporting on the demise in the fall of the republic.
Balloon? That would freak me out if I was him in the middle of my balloon. Looks like somebody painted features on a balloon.
So Republicans are advocating more money in the military industrial complex, but they're also seizing on this to fundraise for themselves. Check out this headline from Bloomberg. This is an invasion. Republican politicians are stoking outrage and raising cash over the alleged Chinese spy balloon.
Can we please have a monument built to this moment of pulling this Chinese spy balloon from the water and making a statement to China?
Doing live stand-up comedy in Tempe, Palm Springs, Milwaukee, Nashville, Northampton, Massachusetts, Syracuse, Cohoes, New York, and Hartford, Connecticut.
Dude, I'd love to see Jimmy Dore live. I would love. I mean, him or Rogan, both of them.
All right, welcome back to Fleckus Talks, the podcast, episode 69. Today on the show, the fake aliens are here, just like we said they'd be. Man purses and ego lifting are the new trends in this week's Cringe of the Week. A loud lad gets KO'd in Urban Decay. And last but not least, we are getting rid of straight white male pilots. Find out who we're replacing them with in Uplifting Gold. All this and more.
Really? Really? Dude, I bet you we can go into a dollar store right now and find something that he would love. That's crazy. Garmy is our youngest German Shepherd.
Podcast featuring Richard Bradford. All right, this week's episode is brought to you by our friends over at Public Square. Guys, Public Square has become the #1 app for finding America First patriotic companies in your area. The app is free to download. They sponsor the show, and it's a fantastic product. I will never waste your time with non-fantastic products. You can go check out the app, which is free to download. You can find restaurants in your area that only buy local. You can find coffee shops that don't enforce COVID vaccine mandates or make you wear a mask or fire people for not getting the vaccine, stuff like that. It's a database for America First patriotic companies in your area. It's growing fast. The community is growing. You can download the app today and add your own business. You can get involved in the community tabs and meet like-minded people in your area. And most importantly, we can build the infrastructure we need to put our future in our own hands. We need to stop buying from companies that hate our guts and start aligning with people who share our America First values. PublicSQ.com is the website. Go there today. Get the app. Links in the description. Let's get into housekeeping. All right, 1 for 1 on the intro, as always.
Every time.
Every single time. I don't think we've ever done a retake on those intros. What do we got? Episode 69. Any middle school jokes you want to make real quick?
No. And there were a lot of people commenting like, episode 69 coming up. It's like, what did you think we were going to do?
I've never made a 69 joke. I don't even think it's funny. Even when I was little, it was just like, too low.
Yeah, some guy on the football team would wear number 69 and it would be like, ha, nice.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's about it.
So sorry to let you down.
Yeah, I don't care, and I don't make stupid jokes. That being said, the things causing heart attacks and blood clots this week. What do we have? We have a few, actually. Your sports team, #1. Cold air, #2. And it's February, so adios, everybody. And then breathing too much.
That one's my personal favorite. That's really the tip of the spear, I'd say.
Yeah.
It says breathing too many times a day could raise your risk of a deadly heart attack. Trial found that people who breathe more than 5% above the daily average had a rise in blood pressure and increased risk of myocarditis.
So don't be breathing too much out there.
So yeah, next time you try to breathe in, just pause for a second. And I guess hold your breath every once in a while.
Don't go over your daily limit of breaths.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one? The cold air?
Yeah, cold air. Bouts of frigid temperature elevate the risk for heart attacks, as the cold has been scientifically associated with increased cardiovascular events, says Dr. Manish Mainji, cardiologist with the Trillium Health Partners. Multiple studies worldwide have backed his statements. Some hearts do not adapt to the cold very well, which
that's not good.
Yeah.
Imagine you're cold and then maybe you start breathing a little too much, and the next thing you know, myocarditis.
Yeah, and I feel like they're saying a bunch of things that like sports and whatever and stress. It's like, yes, stress and high physical activity and crazy stuff could be bad for your heart. It's like they're repeating stuff that like we already know.
Yeah.
They're backdooring it.
They're
you know what I mean?
backdooring it, and then they're just letting us know all these things. So when people start getting heart attacks and blood clots, we go, oh, well, they've been talking about that.
The doctor, when you go in and you have myocarditis, he goes, any colds? Any bananas? Any, I've been eating eggs.
Are you sarcastic?
His list is like a fucking yellow book.
And it's like you say yes, and it's like, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Vaccine status? That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
That's the very last question.
All right, moving on. We have a very important housekeeping this week. I think we have 3 pages of housekeeping. I kind of slacked last week. I didn't have like a strong housekeeping, but we have a very strong episode, a very strong script today. So this might be top 5. This is top 5 script.
Top 5? Now you got to deliver.
And I'm excited to do it. We have a fan of the show who saw Richard Rapboy at a Walmart, I think, and he sent us a video. They didn't even say hi to you, but they just sent it in.
Yep.
Yeah, there's you. We were at Subway or something?
Yeah, I just left Subway.
So everybody in both mine and Friends and Codes chat now that plays is going to be in here. Who else was playing last night? Where is Joe Miller? Where is Boss of the Hog? Anybody know where these guys are out there? Is somebody streaming? Is Bow streaming now or something? What's going on? That's what I'm asking. Because we need to fill this room up. I only want to play one table tonight. Troll Mafia's up and Cat. Toe for Life. Who's in that chat? It's a fucking straight up StreamYards room. Look at that. We got MCAP. Looks like he's got his cloak on. MCAP's got his cloak on.
Thank you, Dave. Have yourself a great one. Until I see various SWAT stuffs, I'll be putting out video. I'll be putting up videos about like things I see, videos about helping out other channels, things like that.
The bridge wasn't spared her wrath either. Good thing it's fixable. Fantastic. I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us.
Where are you taking me, game? Yeah, I'm doing this as stealth on purpose because I don't.
What's your step?
Yes. Holy cow.
pity. She must have been starved to pick off a grapple.
Or just raring for a fight.
I hope this is not a boss fight. I just want to give her egg back and then finish the quest. Oh no. Yep, it's a goddamn boss fight. I'll blog it.
How many tries you think?
Where's here?
Wait here. I'll run ahead.
Whenever you're ready, I'll follow your lead.
I'll draw her attention. Follow when it's safe.
Oh.
Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make sure we know it.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Because it's literally her domain. We're in her property.
Welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that. She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
And I am out of.
There's the nest. We're almost there.
I am out of health pots, so yeah.
Why is every bridge here broken?
Repair
She's got a
Now,
point.
If we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
Right, Unindoctrinated? Right, exactly. Place the egg. He's like, oh yeah, fucker. Jurassic Park style. Very much Jurassic Park vibes.
Hey, we're gonna play some poker. Jump in the club, Anna.
Hey Anna, how you doing? Long time no see. Welcome in.
That was brilliant. And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Tried to kill us.
That's rather generous, isn't it? She did try to kill us the entire time.
Only until she saw her egg, at which point I thought she rather warmed to us. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted
We're
to
at
head back
about
to
half
the
hour
country
out. We
and
gotta fill
never
this
think
table
about
up.
dragons again.
How are we gonna fill this table up?
Not at all, but let's head back.
You jumped in there.
I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Horndale Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie.
357, making the game yet?
Unless what?
Yep. All right, sweet. So we have 6 now.
Oh no, I can't believe
Let's
I
get
did
this
this.
table full.
I need to leave.
Come on, Anna.
I need to send an owl.
Dun dun dun. How you doing, Anna? Long time no see. What you been up to?
How could I have been so blind?
Poached egg. Gonna run, but saw you're alive. Want to say hi. I hope. All right. Thank you, Anna. You're doing in-home healthcare. Oh, that is awesome, Anna. Congratulations. Way to go.
All right, go to here.
I'm open to a stipend, but
Yeah,
the
you
heel
deserve a
click,
grant.
the heel click fairy who made up a sport and then inserted himself into the book. No respect for that kind
And
of
the
guy.
only reason that guy
And someone would smash this.
Yeah.
If like there's somebody out there
There's
who
someone
would
in Thailand.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They do the whole. They do double.
They do two at once.
They just
yeah.
didn't even know they could.
So-
And all this guy's doing is probably trying to get like a little thing for his Hinge profile, where it's like 2 truths and a lie. Like I've never been to Paris. I have a world record. And I hate my dog, or some stupid shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that would be you that hate your dog.
Yeah. Well, it could be the lie. All right, moving on. We have a very important housekeeping. We're in the middle
Sweet.
of it. Cologne is stupid and gay.
Oh yeah, you're number 7 then. Let me see. Yep, Anna. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 2 more. Keep reaching out, everybody. 2 more. Where's Joe Miller? Where's Boss of the Hog? Where's Forshaw Monroe? Where are those folks at? Tell them to come play.
Yeah. I'm in Milan on the runway. Like, yeah. I'm not gutting fish.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Comments. We already know.
You actually, I'm not even in on this. I don't really even agree.
Yeah.
But I agree enough not to stand up.
Yeah. That
We're gonna switch to this.
In fact, offered the EPA administrator a glass of water, right? You offered him a glass of water because he'd been out kind of walking around all day. You said, why don't you have some tap water? And what did he say to you?
He shook his head like this, just sort of like it was definitely a no. So he declined the water. He definitely didn't want to talk to me. We'll say that much.
Unbelievable. Have you noticed a lot of people coming back to their homes? Or are they still staying away?
There's, the people that can stay away are staying away. I have seen very few children in this town at all.
Wow.
Even at the town hall, you had, 900 people there, and no kids were there. I haven't seen kids in the street playing, not a single time actually.
Wow.
So, and that's
Hey, Anna, have you listened to or read The Most Dangerous Superstition? I'm about 3/4 of the way through it.
that's disturbing to me. They're doing everything they can to not expose their kids.
Well, I know you've been working so hard there, and I know we've got kind of a choppy signal because you're dealing with Wi-Fi and terrible cell coverage in that area, so I really appreciate it. I wanted to see if it's possible, I know you're right near the creek bed there, if we could just pick up your camera and maybe walk down live here.
I can hear you.
Oh, I was just asking you maybe if you could grab your camera here before we go and see if we can just walk down to the creek bed. I know where you're seeing some of the chemicals in the water there. Can you show us what you see? We might lose your signal. We're going to try this live here and see what happens here. If you're just able to walk with your camera and see what we can find in that creek that's down there and see if we can see any trouble spots down there, if you're able to do that.
This is exactly where that video that a lot of people, actually about 12.6 million people have seen. So it's right here in this creek, and all I got to do is toss it right in the water. And then you see almost instantly, how, it oils up. There's chemicals all over. You can see the pools of chemicals over here as well. And it might be a little hard to see with the glare, but I'll go over here. It's worse. It's there. That was a small rock, and it pulls all of this all these chemicals out of here. You've got these barriers right, that are supposed to be blocking this stuff out. But they're not effective at all. And they've been trying to cover this up now. They didn't want us to know this. They know this. There's no way they don't know this. All it takes is to toss a small rock in the water, and you discover all of these chemicals in it.
Unbelievable.
We're very northwest of that East Palestine. We're not in the same waterway or aquifer. Thank goodness, because we have a well. I mean, it's a sulfur well, so we have to clean that out. But yeah, no, we don't. We're not any part of that waterway. But it's still, goddamn, that waterway goes all the way to the Gulf of Mexico.
Well, Nick, thank you so much for your coverage there. Thank you for what you're doing, bringing awareness to the story. Arguably one of the worst disasters in American history. We'll see what the Biden administration does with FEMA, if there's more pressure from Congress on that side. Stay safe there. Thank you so much, and we'll check back with you soon as the story unfolds. Thanks so much, Nick. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Clayton. Appreciate you covering it as well.
Thank you. So thanks to Nick for what he's been doing there. And, he was saying that, people taking showers with bottled water because they're just really concerned, obviously, about that. And we also see here, if you want to, Phil, take this, Rebel News is there also now. Oops, sorry. Maybe you could take it up while
All right. So at this point, there has been no federal or FEMA response. And you can see how it would be much easier if you're the federal government to respond to things that are, you think are sort of out of your control or existential crisis. Like, oh, there's a big hurricane. Sure, the president will go. Oh, there's a big earthquake. The president will go because these are forces outside of our control. But when there are things to answer for, there's no politicians there to answer for it. Go ahead.
Yeah, and so Rebel News reporting that there are these devices scattered throughout East Palestine, these like air quality devices. There's now a class action lawsuit saying that there's long-term health implications with exposure to vinyl chloride, rare forms of liver cancer, other types of liver cancer, brain and lung cancers, lymphoma, and leukemia as well. And according to Zero Hedge, saying that this lawsuit that that East Palestine residents may already be undergoing DNA mutations, according to the class action lawsuit. So, and we know what lawsuits, right? Let's just be fair here about what lawsuits can allege, right? Lawsuits in initial complaints can say a whole lot of bullshit, right?
Sure.
Let's be totally frank about that, right? So we don't want to be alarmist in that at all. But that's what first of all, you're putting a class action lawsuit together. That is a massive undertaking. And the amount of time, attention, and effort it takes to put something like that together, to level those types of charges, though, that's pretty big.
Yes, and they all have to have been harmed in the same way by the same incident.
Right.
And so there's a clear pivot point on what they were harmed from, what kind of negligence could be proved. And again, if the company can prove, like the data we were showing you on Tuesday, I believe, that look, if we hadn't let it out in this way, the whole town could have blown up and we would have no plaintiffs at all. They wouldn't be here. Then that's something, right? And if residents can see that, we don't know how this could actually play out in a court of law. There were already 4 class action lawsuits by Tuesday. So now this next one.
Lawyers don't waste any time, do they?
Well, then could you do me a favor really quick, Clayton?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, could you please run the clip of Pete Buttigieg and like what he said about all this?
We
like,
are going to get to that. Yeah.
Oh, there is actually a clip? I was trying to be funny because I didn't think there was one.
Oh no, we're gonna get to the calls for Pete Buttigieg to say words. We actually don't have any.
Okay.
You're right.
We don't have anything.
We don't have sound from him. We have a discussion about him not saying anything. Yeah.
Sorry, Philip.
Good point.
No, that's okay. I was just going to make the comparison. You look at something like a story like the Aaron Brockovich story, where it's just, like with the people having the poison in their water. This is like that company was trying to be secretive about it. This company literally burnt the chemical in town.
Yeah.
And so it's like they know, they have the point source. Everybody knows about it. So you'd think that would like help spirit the class action lawsuit along, but also knowing how the court system works, it still won't.
No.
And it's just
it'll drag on for a long time.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of blame to go around on this, of course, and there's no federal or FEMA response. Here's what the White House, though, is saying about this. So Jean-Pierre was asked specifically about this. Listen.
I know the UK administrator was visiting Palestine today. I was wondering, the Ohio governor was talking about efforts to federal support, so they still have not gotten an indication from FEMA that they could get support at this point. What are the hurdles there that you guys see in the administration?
So the governor, as you mentioned today, asked for additional public health testing and assessments. We're deploying teams from HHS and the CDC now. As you all know, these needs are much more expansive than what FEMA can meet. And so FEMA is on the front lines when there is a hurricane or tornado. As you know, you've seen the
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, the one hitter. Oh yeah. I got a whole hitter, so I got a little bit to roll up. No, I don't see any lenses too. I was calling them an old Chili de Castro. No worries. No worries.
The president visit devastated areas across the country. This situation is very different. And so that doesn't mean FEMA isn't supporting response. They indeed
An old
are.
bearded
This is
chili.
multiple agency response that are folks that are involved, agency that are involved, as I just mentioned, HHS, CDC, EPA as well.
Where we
And they
at?
are coordinating
I'm
with the
attorney.
Emergency Operations Center and working closely with the Ohio Emergency Management Agency. Each federal agency has
29 minutes. 29 minutes till the tournament starts. We have 7 players. We got room for 2 more.
has its own unique role here, and we've mobilized an interagency team to get the people of Palestine, of East Palestine.
Oh no, they're perfect, and I believe he realizes that. That's why he wore them for as long as he did. I don't know why he's not wearing them anymore.
To be more exact, the support that they need. And look, our priority, as I said 2 days ago, is the health and safety of the community. That is indeed our top priority for the moment as we look at what they're.
I mean, use that, positive or negative. It's it's exposure.
Dealing with in Ohio.
Okay. FEMA can't meet that need. You know what? FEMA is pretty good. I've seen footage. They can bring water bottles.
They can bring water. They can bring
they know
temporary
how to do
housing.
that.
Like if your house is totally filled with chemicals. Let's listen now as we listen to the residents of East Palestine describe what it's like going back to their house and trying to open up a door and cleaning out. Like if their door, it's freezing, it's winter, right? So you don't have windows open anyway. So how's this stuff in the house? Listen to how these residents are describing going to the hospital, what they're experiencing going back into their houses. Watch.
Are you experiencing any symptoms?
A little lightheaded, and my lips did get all tingly yesterday when we went to clean up the house. It smells terrible up around the house, and there is black residue on the pictures, surface stuff.
I hit a cloud of something down in there that it put me in. I went to the hospital. It was worried about me having I've been so stressed out. They put me on an EKG thinking I'm going to have a freaking heart attack because of my stress being so high. I want to know what I sucked in.
I just feel like when I'm outside and the wind's blowing, try not to breathe in too heavily. After about 15, 20 minutes, my throat felt like there was gravel in it. I mean, it was just, I had a sore throat since then.
I vomit within 10 minutes of being in that home. The air is still terrible, absolutely terrible. I will not take my children in there because of that. Yeah. Burning of the eyes, trouble breathing. And then I just get nauseous within 10 minutes. My husband popped in to try to get anything, phone charger, things that they say are safe. You cannot get the smell out. It does not come out. My kids' friends said they lost cats. Their pets have been, sick. And then we have kids' friends who have rashes. And my daughter was one that also had that real bad, it looks almost like a sunburn.
EPA is letting us, giving us or not giving us any numbers. So they're just saying that the air is clean. We know, we've heard that before 9/11. The water was fine in Flint, Michigan, different things. So that is in the back of your head.
They told me they were going to do an air quality test. Never got a call back 3 times. 3 different agents from that number said they were coming to do an air quality test.
If I could, I would.
I'm old. I'm not ready to die, but I hope I don't have any after effects is what worries me.
A lot of white people there. Maybe that's what the Biden administration is staying away. Pete Buttigieg is not really concerned about that whole town of white people.
A lot of white people.
What are you saying? It's a racist response?
Well, I think clearly this is not in their wheelhouse. Like if this was Chicago
Dude,
or if this was New York,
lost
City,
me,
all over this,
man.
but because it's it's flyover country for them, they don't care. And that's you're just watching this.
We have 2 pages of cringe of the week. It's very good stuff. First, Super Bowl just happened, obviously. And then here's what The View was saying about the Super Bowl.
Would have made it better for me is, finally we know that black quarterbacks can lead teams. So, and are smart enough to lead teams. I would like to see. I always knew that.
Smart enough.
We knew that, but
That's good.
Everyone's always known that. Warren Moon, Houston Oilers, baby.
Yeah, it's like you thought they weren't smart enough.
Yeah.
Yo,
You guys are racist.
Chill.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not smart. You think they're not smart enough to lead the team? It's like they have 3 backups.
Yeah. There was.
You know how competitive preseason camp is? Like you think Josh Allen starts because coach is like, I like Josh. He looks like me.
He looks like a good player. I like. He's got grit.
I like white folks better.
Yeah, no, there's some black guy who was just behind Tom Brady for all 10 years, all 9 Super Bowl trips, and he's just like, never got my shot.
Racist Tom Brady. So obviously the Super Bowl sucked. The refs ruined the game again.
That's basically equivalent, like you said. Like now we can rest. They're not smart enough, or they've always been smart enough. It's like that's basically Kelly Osbourne saying, "Who's going to clean your toilets?"
Yeah,
like that's the exact same energy.
It's the same show.
I know.
So it's
I
like
know.
these people are really they're building up a rapport here of just stupid ideas.
And also on the record, Pat Mahomes is half white.
Yeah.
So we still got that dog in him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And his brother.
What? Is it my COVID sinus pressure hearing or something else? Even in the clean type.
I like it though.
Me too. This isn't where the game is headed.
We're firing from the hip, I guess.
Hey, we're putting out content here. You want to see the link? Here's the link. This is actually Brent for Liberty. He's recently, well, not recently. It's been a while now. Been banned on Twitch. And I think his content needs to go out there. He is a good guy. He's on Rumble. This is where I'm going to whenever I get knocked on YouTube. My Rumble channel, it's picking up some views finally. I'm actually getting some support there too. So that's why I'm also always restreaming on Rumble.
Get a first down and they get a penalty, and that's what happened 2 weeks ago with the Chiefs too on Patrick Mahomes as well, which is why I think the ref was trying to get sucked.
That makes sense.
And they just ruined the whole game. And now, I don't know. I shouldn't be complaining about gambling, but it's really frustrating when you could have had an overtime and you ruined the whole game.
Yeah.
And then you could tell it was wrong because when they got the first down, the Chiefs weren't even like, nice, we just won the game. Like, one more play and it's done. Take a knee. They were kind of just like...
They wanted to celebrate after the clock struck 0 instead of when they won the game on a penalty.
It's like in a game, you win. It's like, all right, cool. They have no timeouts. We're on the 2-yard line. We're taking a knee.
Yeah.
Everyone's celebrating. The Gatorade's getting dumped, and then clock runs out. The sideline was like as if it was the second quarter.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, yeah, game's over. I guess we won.
It felt cheap. It just felt
really, really, really cheap. So there was a fan. There was an Eagles fan. There was a video of him, I think, setting up his TV for the game. Check this out. There he goes. Setting it up nice for everyone to watch. That's great. Well, anyone else who's betting on the game, there was a little bit of a hint as to who was going to win. Jim Cramer was wearing an Eagles outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Never had a chance.
Yep.
Not even close. All right, moving on. Verses are in now. There's like a clip from an NBA game. And here's what all the men are wearing these days. And I need to know what you guys think about it in the comments.
I have a backpack and a briefcase. No purse.
Got two chains with the little yellow purse. Got Shannon Sharp with the semi-purse. Bad
Literal
Bunny,
purse.
Never heard of him. Floyd Mayweather with the little handbag.
Well, he's carrying 100 grand in cash.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's okay.
That's all right. Yeah. So your thoughts on the matter?
Well, I'm not a huge fan of the purse.
Yeah.
I was looking into like a satchel type thing that I wanted to wear across my chest and have just a block on my chest. But
Where we at? How much time to the game? We're at 21 minutes. Come on. We ain't got this game full. This is 7 people. We're all here.
So I would do that, and it has a gun. So that
Immerse, yeah.
Like all my belongings,
dude.
You know, I sympathize with these effeminate celebrities a little bit because men, what do we have? We have the backpack, which is
I like the Seinfeld
we have a briefcase, which is like
take
business.
though.
So we really don't have that many options.
We have better pockets than girls have, though.
I
because
agree.
Pants aren't tight on us like that, or they shouldn't be, at least.
I agree. No question.
What do we need to carry? Phone, wallet, jewel.
Yeah, I think it's a purse check. Jewel. I think it's
weed pen.
Yeah, I think it's a
Weed
purse
pen.
check on these guys. You gotta. That's part of the judgment. It's like, all right, what are you holding in here?
Yeah.
And then it's
No,
like,
mine's in my
None
car.
in cash. It's like, all right, you're good.
Cool. Enjoy. If you have nothing in the purse and it's a pure accessory, that's the most suspect thing I've
Yeah.
ever seen, right?
Jaden Smith, no purse. Floyd Mayweather, purse.
100 grand.
Fleckus, purse.
Yeah.
All right. So the jury's out 50-50. That was a fair representation of that argument.
Yeah, but it's in cringe for a reason. Right?
Yeah. Next, there was a funny, speaking of guys with purses, there was a funny Aldo tweet, our boy Aldo Budazzoni. He's at PragerU now, good friend and fan of the show and friend of the show.
Yep.
He did a funny tweet the other day. Is this what women think is a
Jesse.
Yeah, and do you want me to play the video or
Yeah,
just
play the
go-
video.
So the video is a male makeup routine.
So I'll admit it, I wear makeup before I go out at night sometimes, and here is my 5-step routine. After
Oh,
applying
geez.
moisturizer, I apply a tinted SPF with a sheer tint just to even out my skin texture. Some cover up to any dark spots
Really?
and under my eyes just to brighten them a little bit. And then
Why?
That's enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Aldo posted that and said, "Do women find this? Is this what
girls in 2023 are attracted to?" Aldo? Question mark.
No.
Aldo, we love you. That guy's trying to suck and fuck gay guys.
He's trying. He's gay. Don't worry about what girls are into. He's not looking for them. Oh man.
All right. Next, the pronoun pin fast food girl.
It's just me. Maybe
Oh,
you
yeah.
know about this
Oh, I know what it
it
is.
feels like extra disrespectful
Absolutely, I know what it is, Jesse.
to misgender somebody when they have a pronoun pin on. Like, you know, I know I'm
You're like, I walk up, make my fucking drink, lady.
Yeah, exactly. And also, it's like, who's using pronouns for this person? It's like you're talking about the barista within earshot of them, and then calling them the wrong pronoun. Like, hey, she's making
she
my
just
drink.
took my order.
Yeah, like so it's like completely made up too.
Yeah.
And you know, hey, you're a guy. You're he/him pronouns. I thought guys had it easy.
Yeah.
We got problems too, I guess.
Yeah. My thing is, it's just like you said, hey, how's it going? Oh, good. How are you? Yeah, one venti mocha, whatever. All right. Thank you. Name for the order? Richard. Bye. When do you refer to anyone? Like, when is it like?
What are you talking about her?
Hey, she's making my drink now.
She looks weird.
She. So I would guess this was made up. Or passive aggressive to a coworker, like where she makes the video while a coworker's in earshot.
Yeah.
Just to get them to say the they.
Smart.
So like no customer actually did anything. So again, it's a LARP. It's a nothing.
It's made up. It's a lie. Yeah. That's a really good point. Is this why you can't get ahead in life?
Yeah,
that's what's holding her back.
Yes.
They back or whatever.
Yes, it's a confidence issue that constantly gets negatively reinforced every single day. So she's down in the dumps and she can only work at Starbucks.
Yeah. And then you go out into your day and you're like, I'm gonna have a great day. I'm gonna have a great, awesome day. And then someone calls you she, which you're a girl,
and it derails you. It gives you an excuse.
So what kind of like perseverance do you have?
Nothing. No emotional
What
stability.
kind of drive do you have? What kind of motivation do you have? Are you a good worker? You're making yourself a drink. That's what she was doing. She drinks it at the end. So it's like, this is the problem. This is what's holding you back. You can't even like have a normal day if someone doesn't pretend with you.
Yeah. She needs imagine a service industry worker needing the customer to pretend with them.
Yeah.
It's like, you need to be focused on other things. The store has a huge line. Like,
Yeah.
you
I
know?
identify as thin. It's like, you didn't call me. You have to call me thin. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, thin. Yeah. It's like that. Meanwhile, here's what's going on in China. Here's what they're up to over there. They're getting ready for the mission.
Yeah.
Teaching these kids to be John Wick.
You know, the good news is that 1 out of every 5 of these guns, if they're made in China, will probably explode. So that'll take out a good percentage of them. But yeah, Americans are worried about pronouns and then the gay library stuff. And these guys are cleaning handguns.
They're like children.
Yeah. I know. That's good
So
shit.
it's called Big Trouble, and we're in it.
Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah. Next, the burning haircut. This is cringe. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this.
This is crazy.
That doesn't work.
What do they think happens?
I have no evidence, and I don't know any facts, but that doesn't work. And I see the hair after, and it looks all fried and cooked and puffy.
And I know that place smells like shit.
Yeah, it looks worse. It smells like shit. It's no control. It doesn't work. You're doing it for the gram. You're doing it to go viral. And at what expense? It's like, oh, come get a haircut here. I'll light your head on fire and I'll post it on Instagram. And it's like, how's the haircut going to go?
Yeah. Ulterior motives, I guess. I guess that guy really wanted to, experience something different and maybe get on Instagram. But
yeah,
not for me.
Then your head smells like burnt hair for the whole week. That's like the worst smell. All right, last piece of cringe of the week: ego lifting. Ego lifting. A lot of people are working out, which is great. We're working out. Love to work out. We worked out our whole lives for football. We were training in college. We're seeing a lot of people on Instagram. There's two things we're seeing. A lot of people ego lifting, doing 1 rep maxes, what they shouldn't be doing, and it makes them pass out and like fall into the weight.
Dude, that absolutely sucks. Yeah, right there. I've had that happen to me, and oh my God, that sucks. All right, now the Anna stuff. Look at this. Ugh. Crazy.
Or like squatting with a rounded back, like the worst rounded back you've ever seen, and then not giving up on the lift.
We have a couple going in the background here. We'll just keep playing them as we talk about it. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of people squatting weights they can't even hold up. They need a belt. It's like if you need a belt, it's like I'd rather do a 1 rep max without a belt and build that core up instead of like really trying to load the legs. Same with deadlifting. A lot of like 1 rep max deadlifts where it's like you have a belt on and you have straps, so you can't hold the weight. You're physically like you're going above your own means to get a number, and then people pull until they pass out or throw up or fall and hit their head on the bar or drop the bar on
drops
their
on
head.
your neck. You basically are paralyzed.
Blow out
almost.
your spotter. It's like all these things that we're seeing. So we're not discouraging lifting. We love lifting. It's just, there's not much reason to do a 1 rep max unless you're doing some dummy numbers and the bar's bending.
That's basically my thought process is if you're an amateur or novice or, and we were talking about this off camera, I think even college athletes, I don't think there's a reason to do a 1 rep max for any of the major lifts, squat, deadlift, bench. Bench, maybe. Bench is probably the safest one out of all those. I don't think you need to have a 1 rep max or know it. It's like, okay, I did 405 for 6.
Yeah.
Like squat. It's like, there's no reason to go to 495 for 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just basically.
If you're deadlifting 405 and it makes your nose bleed and throw up and you pass out, well, let's just do 315 for 5.
Exactly. And so we want to help the young men who might watch this podcast and who might be tempted to do some ego lifting with some stupid friends in the gym. I don't think you should do it. I don't think it's worth it. I've seen a lot of snapped elbows on Instagram. I've seen a lot of snapped arms, the legs blow out, and then you're humiliated too.
Yeah.
So I think be cautious in the gyms.
Yeah, exactly. And my number, you asked what my best all-time PRs are?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I think for squat, my best ever was 500. 225 25 times was my best ever, and I believe 400 was the 1 rep max, or 395. And then what's the other one?
I stopped listening because I'm preparing for my bit, which is, can you contextualize those maxes for us? Like, at what body weight was this?
A lot. It was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it like, oh, you guys are being stupid gym idiots, and like I never lifted a weight in my life. It's like I could bench 225 as many times as I want.
Yeah, we both played college football. We've been in a lifting pipeline for a long time, and I wouldn't do 1 rep maxes anymore.
Hell yeah, Anna. I know what you're talking about. Hey, I will not re-enter the actual clinical medical field again. I won't do it.
Anymore. Yeah. So
Unless it's an emergency, then I'll jump right in, but no.
Neither. I would do 225 tests. I would do that.
Yeah. There's different ways to do it. It's like, how many times can you rep 225? How many times can you squat 315? There's different ways to do it that aren't gonna blow your body out and maybe humiliate you at your gym.
Yeah. And then the other thing that we're noticing at the gym is the girls. There's always girls filming themselves workout. They think they do like a fitness channel or something, and it's all guys looking at their Instagram.
Really wish we could get Boss of the Hog or Joe Miller back in here tonight. Who else is in the club that we should get in here? We have like almost 20 players in the club now.
That's who their fans are. And if you're at the gym, you're a creep if you're watching or you look over. But if you're on the phone and you're seeing like their ass doing like a lunge, like a reverse lunge, and it's just like a video of
For Piggies, Boss of the Hug, Bud Steele, Joe Miller. Where is Manchurian Man? Manny, where's Manny? Matt Har is here. Stoffel. Tomato is here.
their butt. That's how they want you. You're allowed to look at their butt, but you have to look through the phone.
Yeah, it
Can't
needs
look
to
in
be
real life.
laundered through the phones,
Yeah.
because if you do it in the gym, you're a creep, and then they'll post that. That's their content. But if you go through the phone, everything's possible. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And so you walk into the gym, you look left, you see a girl filming her ass, and then you're on camera, you go, oh, shit. You look to the right, you see a kid 1 rep maxing something, he blows out his back, you go, oh, fuck. And then, like, you look up, the Stairmaster, it's full of asses, and you go, oh, shit, how many of them are filming? Did they see? So the gym is a tough place to
You
be.
can develop a twitch at the gym where you're like, no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no, don't look, no.
Yeah. And speaking of that fitness, there's a fitness influencer girl that I stumbled upon, and I won't name names, of course, because that would be rude. But I saw her post about how she wanted advice from other fitness influencer girls because her following on Instagram, like she was looking at the insights on Instagram, was 90% men.
Yeah.
And it's like, let's be honest about who your product is for, right? Like, no one's looking for your routine. No one's looking for the crispy salmon recipe that you use when you cut.
Yeah.
They're looking for your gigantic dump truck ass, and they're basically
dump truck ass.
Yeah. So, ladies, I mean, you know what it is. We know what it is too.
It's just, if you're doing it, don't be surprised.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I wanted to be like a workout channel for girls. It's like you're wearing like tan, flesh-colored leggings
with the seam that goes up your ass
up
crack
your
and
butt.
then blows out your ass, right?
So, and then like you're wearing a bra.
Yeah.
It's like, girls, why aren't you following me for my workout routine? It's like you're doing OnlyFans light. Just do OnlyFans.
You're a junior level executive at OnlyFans. You're in the pipeline, right?
Yeah, you're in the OnlyFans pipeline.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. That's the end of Cringe of the Week. It was a great Cringe of the Week. We're coming into Urban Decay.
This episode feels different.
Why?
Like, our cringe isn't our normal cringe. We're going on weird topics, very schizophrenic.
Very schizophrenic.
I don't know. It's an alt episode.
It's the year of delusions, and we're making.
Boz only said about 2 things in my chat ever. That's cool. 9 minutes over here. Is that where we're at? Hey, I'm hoping he's gonna do it, and he can. I'm using StreamYard, so I can't cover my cards. So if he's gonna show the game, I'll restream his stream on my stream. He knows that, and I knows that. Oh, that was a good crack. Oh, good back crack. One more. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Got to play some cards here, boys. We at least 7. Friends and Code needs to stop playing with is Chuck Bronson live? Oh, I missed a freaking video. Get no sound on you, homie. Streamed 1 hour ago. Let's hang out and have a discussion and thoughts about. Show more. Show us nothing. He's probably. He's got better technology in his hands, but he's more fucked up than I am. Green jelly, the little pigs. Drop the. What about? Drop the link again. I mean, I don't save that. That was cool to end the stream last night. That was a nice ending last night, though. I will admit. Apparently, I have to have 10 million short views within 90 days, though, to get monetized, even if I go over 1,000 subs. What the fuck is that? Let's do something.
At the end. Okay, so that's what I wanted to get to. They're saying like little boy pinning him down. He's like, I ain't done shit. He hit me first, right? He hit me first, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah,
That's a good point.
if you hear a word that doesn't make you comfy and cozy, you can't swing on an adult. Yeah, you can't just try to knock someone out. So I know that's like the street rules or whatever. But when the police come or when somebody comes and this kid sues you in small claims court for $3,000 or whatever,
you're gonna pay up.
You swung first. Have some self-restraint. He said a bad word that's in every rap song on earth. Do you start punching your wife when you hear rap on the radio?
Yeah,
Like-
exactly. And then when you hear the way he said it, it sounds like he's allowed to culturally.
Yeah, I think he's in that sort of like weird nebulous world there.
Like that weird Florida gas station.
3-minute warning. Is it?
But the other black people are kind of like, nah,
yeah,
that's fine.
Yep, 2 minutes.
He's been saying it for a long
2-minute warning.
There's also a Richard Rappaway doppelganger in this video right over here. See him right there, looking up from the railroad.
Is he going to bring up the game and cover up his hand?
Go rob that bank. And the guy comes out. You know who you're stealing from?
He's got the shotgun in the bank. Yeah.
You and your friends are dead.
I disagree, but that is extreme. But we used to be a serious country, you know, like I always say this. I think politicians, one of their main jobs is playing whack-a-mole, right? Whatever the issue that bubbles up is, you have to smack that down, right? And catalytic converter theft is clearly hurting so many people. And I'm sure there's commenters who are going to be like, dude, my catalytic converter was stolen by this. I had him on camera. Nothing happened, you know?
Of course.
But like, if we don't have the political will to stop something when it becomes like a nationwide sweeping thing, then we don't really have anything. And we're just on a steady decline for nothing.
Yeah.
So, which I guess we are.
We are.
So that's just really frustrating, and it's like nobody does anything. It's one of the worst, like annoying crimes. That and smashing a window.
We're all here,
in
brother.
a car that doesn't have anything in it.
We need a Curtis Sliwa situation.
I agree.
Where we have the people come around and protect the catalytic converters.
We have goons who are just patrolling the street in a certain red outfit.
And it's like you can now set up like stings where it's like, oh, I'll buy the catalytic converter. And then when you go to sell it,
Oh God, no! Don't buy into it. Damn. Damn, this cat the pneumonia. Everybody stops to Atlanta. Ooh, nice hand. D News. Nice hand. Hell yeah. Throw you the bomb, man. It's silent. What's silent? You guys aren't hearing any of this? Okay, well that sucks. How do we fix that? Yeah, let me see if I can fix this.
Use your words. Be descriptive.
It's like be descriptive. I'm describing like gay stuff.
Yeah.
And
How
it's
about
like,
now?
So it's like, are you sure you want me to? Yeah, this one. This is a good video. This is pretty cool. Dad, daughter. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Nope.
There we
Isn't that
go.
great?
We fixed
It's a
it.
good save. Because you would have flipped and then been under mud water. The kid would have been under mud water. That would be really dangerous.
Dad saves the day.
Yep. Little basketball.
also
A high and buzzed
So
IT guy figured that
Always
out.
had it in him. As long as there were no things that were really, really bad that day, he knew what he was doing.
Okay.
Is my take.
Fair.
Little kid basketball shot.
What? No,
Isn't that
fuck
great?
that.
And it went in.
it.
And it went in.
Yeah.
That's good. Little kid basketball. We don't even call the penalties, the fouls.
I remember going to a little kid basketball game and I watched, and this was like maybe a little older than this, and I watched a kid go like this, pivot, and step completely out of bounds, like 50-50, split his body out of bounds, and the ref goes like, just let it go.
That's what I like.
So,
that's Americana.
We're not trying to waste the adults' time here.
Yeah.
When the little
Calling
kids,
every single thing.
Foul.
Yep. Traveling.
And one.
You never dribbled. Yep. Yeah. Little kid Valentine. Last clip of Uplifting Gold. Wearing a little suit. He's got flowers. Wow, isn't that nice?
That is nice.
Gives a little gift. Nice, classy kid. Nice parents, both sides. Wearing a suit. Give a nice gift. All right, that's it. That's good.
That's nice. That's uplifting.
All right, another Fitness Talks in the books. Thank you guys for
Very,
watching.
very staged and
episode. This is probably one of
orchestrated,
my
but okay, yeah, uplifting.
6 favorite episodes ever.
Cool.
Sorry for being disruptive. I was thinking we missed a point. We were going to make a whole point about climate change versus environmentalism. And
send a link.
moves the needle money wise and what actually
Oh, send a link for the Van Gogh. Hell yeah. Ooh, yeah.
moves the needle inverse. So we'll talk about that in bonus land. Okay. I just realized we both wrote it down. You know, it's like we missed the whole shit of the episode. That's the end of the show. It was a great episode. Thank you guys for watching all the way through. Make sure you support our sponsors, Public Square and Bonus Land. If you guys want more episodes, every Monday there's a new Bonus Land that comes out at like noon Eastern. And it's 30 minutes and it's great. It's this for 30 more minutes. So if you guys like that, please sign up. It's the outro. We're saying goodbye. Before we do, it's Michael Woodcock's III's birthday. Happy birthday, buddy, little guy. He's a little baby, and he watches the show every week. He's never missed in like 70.
They're pounding you the present code.
So shout out, hello, everybody who's watching, who requested a shout out. We got it.
They're pounding your present code. He's being a bully, I know.
Send you a face mug. Send me your address. All right, that's it for us. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff.
He's
We'll
such
see
a
you at
bully.
the next one.
Oh, hang in there. Oh, you folded. Ooh. Damn. I get it,
Devoted
man.
Curriculum, Lesson 3. Barking Essentials.
POV, a Florida classroom.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about a woke BLM activist teacher going wild, forcing his kids to participate in his woke political activism against Ron DeSantis' new bill, okay, the Stop Woke Act, which basically tries to
She dropped the link.
indoctrination of children in school, okay, and pornographic material from reaching kids.
I can't open it in StreamYards.
Left, Democrats, mainstream liberal media, have extrapolated the text of this law.
That's a hot picture, ain't it?
That Ron DeSantis is trying to ban all
She actually has a hotter one.
DeSantis is banning books in school is what they're saying. Okay, it's really quite ridiculous to see the mainstream liberal media and the Democrats absolutely lie about this law and what it does and what it's intended to do. But again, it is entertaining nonetheless. Okay, and this TikTok right here, or a few TikToks from this teacher out in Florida, or somebody who appears to be a teacher. Okay, he's in a classroom with kids. Should be removed as soon as possible. But this teacher recorded videos in which he's basically making his students participate in this political protest against Ron DeSantis and this new law. Take a look.
I'm about to run up on these kids and start banning these books right away. Hey, what y'all reading? What y'all reading? Harry Potter? You reading Harry Potter? Oh, witchcraft. Gotta go. Hey. A black boy? No, absolutely not. What you reading? The Hate You Give? I'm gonna give you something to hate. This book's gone. Say goodbye. What you reading? You have I wonder how you feel once this book is gone. Say goodbye. What you reading? What in the
This is hilarious.
Gotta go. Class act. What is this class act?
What's going on here? Did he set up? Time bank Anna banana. Anna. About to be on the fold. She burnt it up.
Classroom.
To check.
Look at this. Absolutely not. No, I made a mistake. The dictionary is a no. Give me the book. Give me the book. Your diction will be lesser now. You will not know these words. These words are atrocious. I shall not read books. Books are bad. Books are bad. If I that a book? Take care of her. Take care of her.
POV, a Florida classroom.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, so this guy should be fired immediately, okay, and probably charged with a felony under Ron DeSantis' new law for indoctrinating children. I'm so serious. He should be fired and charged with a felony and probably locked up. Okay, I'm so serious about that because this is disgusting. I mean, the dude has white kids worshiping and feeding black kids as a part of some skit for Black History Month. Right. Again, I don't care if it's a joke that you put on TikTok or whatever. I don't care if it's not real. You don't use kids like this, right? You don't use kids as props like this for your political agenda. Okay, that's not cool. You're straight up using kids to push your political ideology in school, which was the whole point of the law in the first place. The point of the law was to stop that from happening. Now, this dumbass posted this on
The news. Hey, dude, I had Ace 8. I would have gotten the. I had 2 pair as well. GG, brother. Hell yeah. That sucks. Nice hand, friends and code. You had the nuts. You knew it.
social media on his TikTok for
And I knew it too. That's why I folded.
clicks and likes, and I hope he gets fired. Right. I hope that this video goes viral. I hope that his school sees this and they get rid of his ass ASAP. Because activists like this, woke extreme activists like this, do not belong anywhere near children. In fact, his laptop should be checked. Okay. Again, I'm serious. That's the whole point. That is the whole point. This right here, this is what these teachers are doing. They're indoctrinating these kids in school into their political ideology. Now these kids probably hate DeSantis, right? They think that DeSantis is banning books, which is a lie, okay? We're going to talk more about why it's a lie, because this is an orchestrated effort by the teachers' unions and the mainstream liberal media and the Democrat Party to smear DeSantis as somebody banning books, when that's just 100% not true. These schools, the truth is, these schools and these districts and these activist teachers are preemptively taking books off shelves, taking pictures of it, and then try to say this is Ron DeSantis' fault. When Ron DeSantis hasn't really banned any books, he just says, hey, we have to have a review of some of these books to ensure that there's no pornography in the books. But yet they extrapolate that to mean Ron DeSantis is banning all books. And again, because the mainstream liberal media is, again, in the band of the Democrat Party, they hate Republicans. They're not actually really doing a fact check to show that, hey, that's not true. But I want you guys to pay attention to this news report here from CBS that kind of alludes to my point. Okay, pay attention to the text of the law and what the law is supposed to actually do, and then pay attention to what the school is doing. Take a look.
A Florida school district has pulled 176 books from its libraries to comply with the new state education reform law championed by Governor Ron DeSantis. The latest to be pulled for review, a book about baseball legend Roberto Clemente. A passage in Roberto Clemente, Pride of the Pittsburgh Pirates, references the racism he faced in the U.S. Here's CBS's Christian Benavides.
Jacksonville teacher Andrea Phillips specializes in helping third graders who struggle to read.
Without a diverse variety of books that represent my students, I can't get them interested in books. Here's my book, Prison.
2 weeks ago, as the state celebrated Literacy Week in schools, Phillips says she was told to pack up her classroom library.
We were being directed until all books could be vetted and we could be sure that we were in compliance with the state laws.
Duval County Public Schools, which includes Jacksonville, said it would conduct
LVA disconnected.
review of all books.
LVA disconnected. No.
While that review is ongoing, classrooms and school libraries look like this to sign several new education laws that he says empower parents.
Floridians want our school system to be about educating kids, not indoctrinating kids.
Sixth grader Jonas Walter fears one of his favorite books may be banned from the classroom.
Because there's a boy who likes a boy in the series.
Stephanie Jorgensen Walter is his mother.
I think what the legislation is doing is trying to stoke fear that things are happening in the classroom that aren't really happening.
Phillips vows to continue her fight for as long as she can.
These all have to go. So I have some health issues that I don't know how much longer I'll be in the classroom. It's very upsetting, and it's really hard for me to not just want to yell and scream about, you know, how crazy this whole situation is.
School libraries have thousands of books. Add to that classroom libraries, and often it's just one media specialist per school sorting through it all. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Jacksonville.
Again, straight up propaganda, right? Straight up propaganda. But before I tell you why it's propaganda, let's actually listen to Ron DeSantis and his response to criticisms that he's banning books from teacher shelves. Take a look.
Several media outlets are claiming Florida is emptying their libraries. A WLRN story title reads, "Censorship fears deepen as Broward teacher told to cover and close all classes."
You gonna hang out, watch, or what
An
up?
NBC Miami story
I got some entertainment going on over here.
among 1 million titles removed from Florida public schools.
Brand for Liberty. This dude is awesome, man. He keeps getting banned on Twitch because he poses the real stuff.
Meanwhile, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says this is a distortion of the situation, given that the overwhelming majority of the books being removed contain material that's not suitable for children.
I think it's all politically motivated, but what the Department of Education, I've asked them, I said, talk to these school districts. Tell them, are there books that are problematic? Are you really removing, and make them justify what they're doing? Because I can tell you, with our curriculum transparency, parents are concerned if you have in 6th grade the ability to access a book that has pornographic acts depicted, and you have seen that.
Newsmax confirmed that several books containing sexually
Nice.
explicit content were found in at least the following districts: Orange County
Insane.
Public Schools, Collier County Public Schools, and Seminole
All
County
right.
Public Schools. We reached out to other counties requesting confirmation on other books
70
allegedly
hours.
found and removed, but have yet to hear back. And speaking of education, DeSantis is considering getting rid of advanced placement classes after the College Board criticized the governor over the removal of the AP African American Studies course, which is state deemed contain material pushing a certain political agenda. And that's not the only plan on the governor's mind. On Wednesday, DeSantis proposed a digital Bill of Rights.
We're going to be proposing, and we're working with the legislature to enact a digital Bill of Rights, which will protect Floridians from big tech harms and big tech overreach. Also, taking even stronger action to address threats posed by CCP-related entities like TikTok, but not only TikTok, but doing it much broader than just state government devices.
Among the proposals, it prohibits any state or local government from
Yeah, all right, 357.
company to police or censor.
5,000 is plenty at
Ron
this
DeSantis
point.
is ahead of the curve, man. I mean, he's just ahead of the curve on everything. Okay,
Jenny
I
Jones.
can't speak
Quite.
more highly of Ron DeSantis than I
Hey,
already
Jenny,
have.
thank you for
The
coming in.
guy he's just
Sorry,
ahead
it's
of everything.
broke right now.
Okay, it's amazing. Okay, the guy.
Be right
should be
back.
president, right, he really should. But again, why is this propaganda? Well, the reason why it's propaganda in terms of what the liberal media is pushing is that this is what they're doing. They're saying, well, we have to remove pornographic books from our shelves, which means that books
Jenny
need to be
Jones.
reviewed to make sure that they comply with the law. It's very clear what the law says. Okay, it's very clear which books need to be removed and which books don't. Okay, the dictionary.
You won.
Holes does not need to be removed. I don't even think Kill a Mockingbird needs to be removed. Okay, it's very clear what books need to be removed and what books don't need to be removed. Right. But what they do is they say, no, we're going to remove all books, and then say, well, the law made us do it. Right. The law made us remove all these books. That's it. That's literally why it's propaganda, because 99.99999% of those books are in compliance with the law. It's only a select few books, again, like Gender Queer, right? Let's Talk About It. These books that are about sex, that are targeted towards kids, those are the books that they're trying to remove. They're not trying to remove the books that basically everybody grew up reading in school. They're not trying to remove those books. They're not trying to remove Harry Potter, okay? Judy B. Jones, right? Is that a book? Is it Judy B. Jones? I think that's what it is. It could be something. I'm just saying. They're not trying to remove that. Right? Dr. Seuss, they're not trying to remove those things. They're simply trying to remove books that everybody with common sense can agree are inappropriate. But see, here's what conservatives have to start doing, right? They say, okay, Democrats want pornography in school, right? Just really that simple, right? The liberals, the teachers unions, they want pornography in school because all we want to do is remove porn. Do you agree with porn being in school? Right? Just ask any one of these people, do you agree with porn being in school? Yes or no? Because if you have a problem with this law, then clearly that's what you want, because that's the intent of the law. Everything else you're saying is just not true. All those other books are in compliance. But if you have porn in your books, then yeah, that should be removed. You think that should be in books for, kindergartners? You think kindergartners should be watching porn in school? Do you believe that? And if you do believe that, again, you should have your laptop checked, right? You should be put on a watch list, okay? Some type of institution. Again, that's how you turn it around back on these people. Anybody that's against this law likes porn for kids. That's it, right? That's what you should start saying, because that's what it seems like. And see, because that's what the Democrats do. Anybody that agrees with Ron DeSantis' law wants all books banned from school. All right, cool. Well, we'll extrapolate, people that are against this law to the extreme as well too. And honestly, that's not an extrapolation to the extreme. That's honestly just reality. If you're against this law, then you must like having adult content in school for kids. You must want them exposed to it, right? Because that's the only reason I can think of that you would be opposed to it.
The news. Get
Again, it's just amazing the political stunts these people
beats
pull,
9mm.
right? And the mainstream level media goes
I'm
along with it,
working.
and
I'm
they
working on
push
it,
it out
just
there
slow by
because they know that
slow,
DeSantis is probably
slow.
gonna
I'm
run for
trying.
president. He has no
I'm
chance of
trying.
winning.
Good game
So
though,
this is what they
Dinesh.
do. Well, this guy was
I couldn't believe you called me on that fucking all in though.
Pulling books off shelves because Ron DeSantis banned these books. Ron DeSantis
I thought it was pretty
It's
clear
ridiculous.
when I do big bets like
Absolutely
that. I'm pretty sure I'm
but like
sitting
I
on
said, that
something
teacher
good.
at the beginning of this video should be fired. He should be fired immediately and probably charged with a felony. Right? Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective.
If anyone tries to get rid of Social Security or Medicare, I will veto it. That's the Republican dream. I'm their nightmare.
For example, I want to go on record. I'm up for re-election this year, and I'm going to remind everybody what I'm doing. It's going to cost me politically.
Except when you beat me.
We should freeze federal spending.
Yeah, so sorry, I'm having to watch something else on my OBS, so I can't really stream it and blank it out like all the professionals do. So
In the government. I not only tried it once, I tried it twice, I tried it a third time, and I tried it a fourth time.
That's the Republican dream. I'm their nightmare.
We told ourselves to listen to this guy. What if we were lying? Why would we lie to ourselves?
Well, I'm sick and tired of smart guys.
The president is the best communicator that we have in the White House.
Think about it. Think about what you'd think about.
I'm their nightmare.
I'm your worst nightmare.
What's wrong, Joe? Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's blaming me for that, what's it called again? Gas prices? Yeah, I didn't even do anything. Well, they think you shut down the pipeline. Pipe? Like a crack pipe? Did someone say crack pipe? No, Joe, not a crack pipe. Not a crack. Well, what kind of pipe is it then? It's a pipeline that has gas in it. Oh, all right. I think I got one of them. Yeah, me too. Yeah, sometimes I let gas out. Other stuff goes with it. That's why I wear the pants. Oh, yeah? Yeah. The official adult diaper of Congress. Yeah. If you don't wear the pants, fuck you.
Guys, seriously, what is the deal? I mean, why is everyone complaining about gas? If you don't want to pay for gas, it's super simple, okay? You just go down to the magical car store and buy an electric scooter.
Women
super
champion
simple.
in play.
You just pick out a
Go Anna
$57,000
Perfect, School
electric
Perfect,
car,
School Red Hot
pull out your
Cash.
big, mystical, super terrific, sparkly checkbook and buy it, okay? Stop being poor. That's your problem. You guys are being poor. Stop it.
Oh my gosh, I think I'm pregnant.
Are you sure it's yours?
I think it's mine.
Hey,
What?
what starts with W and ends with AC?
I don't know. What?
That's right.
What's right?
What?
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 Wait, No, you do. I do what? You do. What? This will be good.
The check engine light is the best.
Well, due to the overwhelming rise in gas prices, we're gonna have mandatory lockdown. All right. Listen, everybody's gonna need to shelter in place until this gasdemic is over. That's smart. That's smart. Yeah. It's gonna take at least 2 weeks to flatten the gas price curve. Right. I can sleep for like a couple days in. In the meantime, everybody should be buying an electric car. Electric cars. That runs on gas, right? Yeah. And if you don't have money, if you don't have money, people they just walk. Yeah. Poor people are. Yeah. Yeah. Stop being poor. Stop being poor. Be like me and Hunter. We're rich.
Yeah, drop in the StreamYards.
This is when I make people uncomfortable, and I don't give 2 damns about it. Y'all full of it, and that's really it. Really ticks me off with that. It's really bothering me about
issue. It's business as usual for those people.
This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com. Ladies and gentlemen, you can get the links, and also you can buy the products right from the bottom of this particular video. You can
Actually, I will not endorse Tatum. He's like, submit. No, I will not endorse this motherfucker. What's going on over here? While we're playing cards here. Big call. Ooh, all in. It's in code. Oh, called him. King 3. Ooh, he wins it. Nice. Oof.
Apparently, I have to get through that door. Let's see if I can do this without any combat.
A nice hand, brother.
get them in any video that I have now that they're synchronized. But you can go on to the Officer Tatum store or Tatum store. I'm glad that I'm a man of God and I don't have to be associated with one race. I'm the human race, and I'm a man of God. Black Americans do are just embarrassing. Embarrassing. Stephen A. Smith making millions. He making that man been on radio since I was in diapers, peeing in the bed. He has to be making millions and millions of dollars for the last, I don't know, couple decades. And a man that works for a white organization, a man with that much experience, working with white people, working with black people, being in sports, a man that makes that much money, I'm sure he live in an all-white neighborhood that's gated. He will get on television and say what I'm about to play for you guys that he said. It's mind blowing to me. I would imagine that he's a smarter guy than me. I thought he was. What was that? Now we got the clip where he broke it.
Thank you for them chips.
They put him on Front Street with his personal business, and I happen to know many occasions where that never happened to people who look differently than me or you. I happen to know that. You understand? This is where I make people uncomfortable, and I don't give two damns about it. Y'all full of it. And that's really, it really ticks me off with that. It's really bothering me about
the issue. It's business as usual for those people, not for us.
Well, I said that.
Not for us. We don't get that.
And which is why we can't absolve Ime.
That's right.
We can't do that. But what we can do is point out the inconsistency. The inconsistency. When we talk about black folks and what we're really aspiring for, we're talking about fair and equal treatment. Not just under the law, but period. When you, no matter what we disgust us as a people, if you do to everybody what you do to us, we're going to go like this. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes.
Let me interject. I'm gonna let him finish, but let me just.
What? Thank you.
He's talking about the Celtics head coach.
Thank you.
Cheated
I'm high as fuck. I'm sorry.
his wife with another woman on the staff who cheated on her.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do this.
This is unbecoming of an employee. What example, brother, are you showing your team? I don't care if you're black, green, or orange. What example are you showing your team when you smashing another woman and you got a wife? You the head coach. You're not an assistant. You're not the water boy. You the freaking head coach. Why are you comparing it to white people, brother? You need to sit down somewhere and think about it. Then it get worse. It get worse. They suspended him. And the interim coach is a black man. That they now got rid of that coach who was a character that was unbecoming of the organization to now hire the interim coach who is black. And that coach has taken them to an incredible record. If I'm not mistaken, he's done well for them. What are you talking about, Stephen A? These are our leaders. These are people that we're supposed to look up to. And they are dumber than a bag of rocks. You can't make the point that it's racist when you got the black man doing something he had no business doing. They replace him with another black man that is far more successful, in my opinion. Well, I can say far more successful. I think he did a good job when he was the coach too. But the new coach, the interim coach, who's black, who's doing very well. And that's somehow racial prejudice. They replaced the black man with a black man. They didn't replace a black man with a white man. They replaced a black man with another black man who deserved it. It wasn't because he's affirmative action hire. I think he was already on the staff, wasn't he? He was already on the staff.
Don't do it, Anna.
And they gave him the job. Why? Because he deserved it.
Get out.
But Stephen A. got to make it about race. Let's finish that clip.
Oh, thank you, job. Yeah. Hi, Pear.
The inequity of the treatment is what we're talking about. Obviously, a case.
All right. Let me interject. Stephen A., you're wrong again. Stopped at a Burger King. Brother, are you talking about Rashard Brooks? Don't tell me. Stephen A., don't tell me you're talking about Rashard Brooks. He wasn't stopped at a Burger King. He passed out in the drive-thru because he was drunk. Then they tried to detain him, and he fought them. He beat up 2 police officers, took the taser from one of them. He's running up the street, and according to Georgia law, pointing a taser at somebody is deadly force. He points the taser at the police officer, shoot it at him. And they used deadly force against him. He died. Brother, come on, man. Hold the phone. Let me get back to Stephen A. Snitchy. Stephen McSnitchy, Stephen A. Smith, is the example of ruining the black community, in my opinion. He gets on television and he's just nutty. He was trying to compare Rashard Brooks, talking about you just get pulled over in the parking lot at the Wendy's, where he actually said Jack in the Box or something. I think it was a Wendy's. If he's at Burger King, it was actually a Wendy's. So, no.
Let's go 357.
In America, quit lying to all the young boys. You don't get pulled over and killed just because you're in a Jack in the Box parking lot. It's because you're drunk, which you could have killed a whole bunch of people on the road. But then when the cops make contact with you, you don't just act like you got sense. You gotta fight. You gotta run. And you gotta point a taser at a cop and try to shoot him in the face with it.
Got my
That's how you
kings.
get your shot.
Sorry.
It ain't because
Oh,
it's
yes.
because of your actions. And then Stephen A. Smith is dumb
Ooh.
enough to not do any
Sorry.
research.
So sorry.
Anybody with the connected brainstem can do just a little bit. We live in 2023.
So sorry.
You can type some on the computer. They got AI
Madre.
for you. Go on the computer and see how many
Oh, man. Sorry.
Twice as many white people get shot by police.
GG,
so
brother.
Put your thinking cap on.
Man, I had Cowboys. I'm going all in. You guys gonna get front up? You guys are raised on the pre-drop? Fuck it. All in. And I got my king.
Like George Floyd. Tony Temple was killed in a worse way than George Floyd was. But he ain't never gonna make the news. Stephen A. Smith will never know about that because he won't do an ounce of research to do anything. He just blurting out top of his head. Bro, stick to sports. I think you got some pretty decent sports commentary. You don't know nothing about politics. You know nothing about police shooting. You know nothing about the true black experience. Stephen A. Smith been living the white experience that they claim, the white privilege experience for a very long time.
Sorry, this is Doc's game.
Bro, you making over $1 million, you ain't living in a black neighborhood. When was the last time Stephen A. Smith lived in the hood? Okay, I don't even have to go there. Finish rolling the clip because I want to watch the rest of this crap.
Like this has nothing to do with the violence that I just brought up. But we're talking about the inequity, the inequality, the inconsistency, and the flagrant hypocrisy that exists out in this world. And y'all gonna sit up here and everybody can say, well, email you dope shit and done it.
Got that flush.
Damn right he should be fine. Fine. I'm good with it. No problem.
The way they went about it was
boss yourself.
Now, there's a difference between saying the radio went about it is wrong versus saying
No
the radio
club
went about it
flush.
is wrong because it's
It's for.
Listen, why can't black people be held to a higher standard? Why do we got to do everything the white man does? If y'all want to say, y'all want to put yourself in a group, why can't black people do better? Why can't we hold black people to a higher standard?
Dude, that happens a lot to me. No worries, brother. Thanks for participating tonight. Hang out for a bit if you like.
Why are you cheating on your wife and you the head coach and you messing with a girl on the team? Bro, you gotta be a scumbag. How are you leading the team? How are you a man that anybody can trust? Bro, you bad for the franchise. Why can't black people be held at a higher standard than white people? If a white man go cheat on his wife, that's fine. The black people don't do stuff like that because we're held to a higher standard. Oh no, you can't do that. You want black people to be held to a lower standard. You want a black man to go cheat on his wife, embarrass the franchise, and you want nothing to happen to him or him to be treated.
Nice, Anna.
You can't be held higher.
Hi, Fawcett. Jesse James. Jesse James, have a good night. GG's. She got you on that hand. GG's, brother.
No, you know, black people don't have to follow instructions when they get pulled over. Why would they do that? A black man don't have to not run from the police and fight cops and commit crimes every day. You know, black people should be able to do that and get away with it. Because if a white man do it, they somehow don't get killed. Shut up, fool. You ain't looking at nothing. Go look on police. It's a YouTube channel called Police. Dang, I can't think of the name of that channel. What is it? Nick, we gonna use the body worn camera for that.
You got your straight.
Police channel, and they got body worn camera.
All right, you got your straight. Another heart comes up. I got the nuts. $32, $11. Yep, I gotta call it.
Police activity.
Nope. Good job. I had to call that. I had to call it. Put you out.
Brother, cops are out here smoking everybody. And 99% of them deserve it. And you got to go in there. You don't just see black people. You see them killing white people. I saw them shoot a man who just beheaded a woman. Then they blurred out her head on the floor in the corner. But the cops Mexican. Oh my God, the editor. This fool got a knife. He like a Mexican guy. They had to smoke him on the bed. There's so many videos that I've seen on there. People high speed chases. One of my friends, donut operator, he made videos about police encounters. Man, they
Fuck
shoot
donut operator. Fuck you too, really, dude. You haven't said anything too outside the line tonight, but
you ask me, white people are actually disproportionately shot and killed by police over black people. Why do you say that, Brandon? How often a police officer
he wants you to comply. Fuck complying.
At a high rate, a rate much higher than any of these white communities. The reason why is because the number I told you earlier. Half of the murders are committed by black men in America. Over half of all violent crimes are committed by black men. That's why the police officers are always in these communities full of black men. It's not because they black, it's because they committed crimes. And don't you tell me that I'm lying. Because our God is my witness. There ain't a single person that's gonna call in today and tell me they live in the hood. And they not trying to get out of the hood. I grew up in Fort Worth, Texas, and I went to school in Stop 6. Now, I don't think that Stop 6 is nowhere near as bad as Watts, California. Nowhere near as bad as the South Side of Chicago. It ain't even close. And you ain't walking down the street in Stop 6 by yourself at night. And you never know what'll happen to you. You pull up somewhere in the wrong colors on Miller and Berry, you may have a
Here we
confrontation.
go. Ace King wins. Goodbye. Well, no, not goodbye. Just a nice cut.
Man, the white man, and all this other stuff, man. That's why Stephen A. That's why you live around number white people. You live in the hood.
Just a change in the big boy.
Ask Nipsey Hussle. Ask Extension, is it too dangerous? Ask Young Dolph, is it too dangerous? You want to go on? Oh, we can't ask them because they're dead right now. Because they got shot by another black
Oh, we got Tilt. I'm in.
Even the one, the Migos.
We got Tilt and I'm in.
I forget which Migos died. Offset us. No, Takeoff. I think his name is Takeoff. He got murdered at a birthday party.
Oh, okay.
Fools shooting dice, get
You
mad,
tilted and I went all in. I called your ass.
ask them if it's safe or not. Hold on, I'll be back at the break.
Congress is asking, where is Pete Buttigieg? Has sort of been MIA lately. Hopefully he's not on maternity leave again. But he's back, and there are questions about his response because
Full
he did
house,
post something
dude.
on Twitter.
It's crazy.
He's referencing some very interesting unanimity, or let's say unity, cohesion between two usually warring sides. You'll see here Ted Cruz and Ilhan Omar are in agreement that Pete Buttigieg is missing, and they want to find out where he is. And so the question is, in Ohio, is it really a problem? Is there issues ongoing? Does Pete Buttigieg need to get involved?
I need to pay more attention, obviously.
On the scene, who's also asking where the federal government is. He posted this very interesting video on Twitter, which we will take a look at today. Congressman J.D. Vance posted this. He says, visited a local creek in East Palestine today. These waterways are still very polluted. Says it's time for Norfolk Southern to finish the cleanup. Check this video out. Now we'll play this from the beginning, but watch this.
Hey guys, so I'm here at Leslie Run, and there's dead worms and dead fish all throughout this water. Something I just discovered is that if you scrape the creek bed, it's like chemical is coming out of the ground. Can you come here? And let me just show this to people. I don't know if you're going to see this on camera, but watch this. See that chemical pop out of the creek. This is disgusting. And the fact that we have cleaned up the train crash, the fact that these chemicals are still seeping in the ground is an insult to the people who live in East Palestine. Do not forget these people. We've got to keep applying pressure. That's how we're going to fix this problem. Thank you.
He's right. Don't forget the people in Ohio, and don't let this stuff go unnoticed. Look at this.
Let me just show this to people. I don't know if you're going to see this on camera, but watch this. You see that chemical pop out of the creek.
All laying on the bottom.
And the fact that we have not cleaned up the train crash.
Now we don't know where that's coming from, whether that's settling down in the sky and then sort of settling on everything and then going to the bottom of the river and he's just agitating it and seeing it, or if that was something that was put into the water supply that then is only sort of isolated to the water and streaming all over the water table all across Ohio. Whatever it is, doesn't look good, and it's very very a sad situation for our friends in Ohio. But it's not just JD Vance who is posting videos like this. We also have another user on Twitter who shared this video. Nick Sorter, I think, shared this one again. He's there doing some good work on this. You see him. You read his tweet thread earlier. Nick Sorter shared this video. Apparently, it's not just that one. Another resident in Ohio shows us the contents of this river by throwing a rock into it and looking at the surface.
Wow.
Look at all
Look at it.
It's all in the bottom of the creek bed. Now look at it.
Not good at all.
SN 357.
Settles back down a little bit. Not as colorful and agitated.
But they burned all the
Okay. Being a bully early.
Looks pretty chemically to me, so not good, not ideal. We're thinking about everybody out there in Ohio. But while this is all going on, Senator J.D. Vance and others are wondering, where is old Pete Buttigieg? As he's just sort of, yucking it up, making balloon jokes
I'm out.
in different speaking events.
I'll bring it back up.
One person who wants to know where he is Josh Hawley. He's a senator. He said, what is going on in Ohio? He says corporations won't answer for their negligence. EPA won't answer about safety. And Mayor Pete won't show up. Where the heck is everybody? Great question. And he's not alone. There's another senator who wants to know about this as well. His name is Senator Ted Cruz.
Good game, Doc.
Texas,
Yeah, GG.
Pete Buttigieg has been MIA in Ohio, and people want to know where he is.
We need to hear answers. What happened in East Palestine is unacceptable. We should not have American cities that are lit on fire with the disaster, and for the residents there dealing with the health hazards that have come from this, that's unacceptable as well. And so my staff is in close consultation with the NTSB that is doing an investigation into the accident. I'm the ranking member on the Senate Commerce Committee that has jurisdiction, among other things, over transportation. And I got to say, Secretary Buttigieg has been nowhere to be found on this issue. It really is a remarkable thing that he hasn't gone to East Palestine to see what happened there. He hasn't come to explain what happened.
Hardly even talked about it.
For whatever reason,
Anna's about to win this.
to fill his days with politics. I know he's got aspirations, but he actually has a day job. He has a job he's been appointed to do that is incredibly important, and we need serious leadership focused on why this and what common sense steps can be taken to prevent it from happening again.
Well, we'll see if Pete comes out and actually says anything anytime soon. He has been.
Look at this. Anna's going to win.
About all we get. He's very much more interested in these little galas where he can go and share his policy chops with a bunch of other academics in stupid, darkly lit rooms. So that's what's going on now. Very interestingly,
It'll be 50-50 if you fold. All right.
Her name is Ilhan Omar. You may remember her.
Well.
Democratic Party. And she is in total agreement with her. In fact, Ted Cruz says, I agree with her. And we'll listen to that in
1/3 to 2/3.
Talk about our friends over at Workhouse Nutrition, where you can get your field of greens, real organic superfoods we recommend, because we'd all like to lose those leftover pandemic pounds or the Super Bowl pounds. But how sick are you of those weight loss ads for fad diet pills and so on? We've all been there. We've all done that. They don't
All in.
But you know what does? 5 healthy servings of fruits and vegetables every day.
She got him. Diana.
Falling off. But look, vegetables, who's got time for that every day? Instead, let's talk talk about Field of Greens. Field of Greens is a science-backed formula. Very specific fruits and vegetables you're not going to find in any other product. Proper nutrition reboots your metabolism so you can lose weight the healthier way by burning calories faster. And Field of Greens is the only brand backed by a better health promise. Yes, you're going to look healthier and feel healthier fast, but the greater proof.
I didn't even get bubble.
When your doctor
Friends and
says,
Code got bubble on that.
"You've lost weight, whatever you're doing, keep it up." All right, so let's get you started. Go on over to fieldofgreens.com. Don't forget to use code Robert at checkout so you can save 50% on your real organic superfood. I've got mine right here.
GG tonight, guys.
It's got all sorts of amazing, really good stuff in it. If you read the ingredients, check them out, fieldofgreens.com. And don't forget to use code Robert. All right. And so now we have a very special appearance by Leaf Blower Guy, who's right outside. So a great pause, perfect timing. Leaf Blower Guy's here. Can you hear him? Everybody say hello to Leaf Blower Guy. We know that it's Thursday because Leaf Blower Guy's here. Good to see him here today. It's just right out there, about 4 feet away. Might be the FBI.
Hey, thank you, LVA. Thank you. Yeah. What are you doing, girl? You're on mic. All right, cool. All right, we're going to end with another NFX song, and we're going to call it out for tonight. It's a good 3-hour stream. Perfect timing. Nice job, Anna. GG. Very well played tonight. Let me find it. Oh, we're going to play Ruthless tonight. Yes.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me make it, they don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I won't give back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be